Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to week 4 of Underlords Pro Season 7. Not only do we come fresh off the presses with a new patch, but last minute exchange as Blue has apparently discovered Neverland and is still kind of just romping around. Foreign Sticks has come out of hibernation to say hello once again. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How's it going, dude?
Exciting, especially since we kind of seem to be going into more of a regular Friday update rotation from the devs. So every Saturday is like Christmas. I wake up, oh, there was a patch. What changed? Oh, there's a tournament. Oh, I'm just so giddy about it all.
Yeah, there's been frequent patches. I think this is like the third week going through, so good signs. I mean, nothing major, but like little incrementable changes and things, quality of life changes, making the game better. It's nice to see some engagement from the devs going on right now.
All right, so this is where I just make sure that I'm looking. Okay, good. My mic is activating. I just saw those these weird ands, weird champs.
Random and weird.
Random and
or
weird.
Random
Is that what?
or random 101 weird, I should say.
But what would I reference that icon as? I'm just gonna call it random or weird and. Yeah, I think that's just better.
Sure, dude. Have you seen the weird champion mode?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah,
okay, so this is just weird and now, easy peasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Done and dusted. We are just waiting for everyone to get into lobby. Did you get into lobby? I should actually make sure I'm spectator. Okay, so we gotta wait for Sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people, including one of my favorite streamers, Mr. Takumatsu. Ganbate Takumatsu-san. It's gonna be fun. I like this group already. Just gonna be waiting on Sticks to get in here. But if you guys, kind of just did what I did, you woke up, you found out that there's a new patch. We'll go over the patch notes here as soon as we start up everything here, because we have more 3-star unit changes, including some that I think are actually going to be extremely popular and powerful. Maybe not specifically in solos, Sticks, but as you might know, I do a lot of duos, and duos is 3-star territory, and oh my goodness, was it tough this week to win.
Really? So you're seeing a lot of changes already in duos because of the unit changes?
Well, it's just that the 3-star mentality goes very well with the whole Knights meta still. The Bat Riders lighting me on fire. Now the Chaos Knight has changes.
I actually had a Bat 3 in a Pinty Cup, or like actually a Lynx Cup that Pinty casted. But unfortunately, I bombed out at 5th, took 20 damage in one turn. That was like exact lethal. Feels bad, man, dude.
Feels bad, yet exact lethal is just a thing of terrible pity. Are you still Monster KL's #1 fanboy?
I suppose I should change that up. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, can you join the game? Lobby's in Caster's main chat.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hold on. Okay, can you just send me an invite?
Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah.
It is a thing I can do.
So go next to my name and then.
That's even better. That's easier.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know I could do that. All right.
I was playing Pindy and I realized like half the people were already on my friends list, so I just like invited everyone into the lobby.
Weird and indeed. Okay, let's not play duos. Let's play standard, hardcore, private, and let's get Group A underway. Boom. All right. So, Sticks. I know that we did our doubleheader last week. There we go. But times have changed a little bit again since then. When it comes down to it, I'm just going to load the dashboard here for everyone. There was just a very few slight tweaks of balance, and then there was all the 3-star changes. But as somebody that plays in White Spire, I wanted to ask you about brawny units. Did you know that enthralled brawny units did not retain their hit points when they got enthralled?
Yeah, I knew that.
Well, that's fixed now.
I thought that was kind of intended, because like the brawny units, after you enthrall them, they're not the same unit anymore. It's like you summon a zombie version of them on the other side of the board.
A demon version.
One of the interactions you would note, I think the enthrall unit retain their items, but then they won't return their kill counts or any of the other I guess that kill count is the only stat they would have. So like if you let's say you enthrall the Luna with the pike with 30 kills, the enthralled Luna would not have any kills at all, and she would start with 0 kills. So the pike would be essentially useless. So that's interesting that they changed it. I thought it was kind of intended, but
It
let's see.
sounds like logically that's intended, but for whatever reason, brawny units are now going to keep their HP buff, which means that 7,000 health axe barreling down on me becomes a 7,000 hit point axe for me after I enthrall it and kill it, which will be
Yeah.
great for people going up against brawny units.
Another thing that you might have noticed is that before the enthrall, the enthralled unit would keep its original alliances. So if let's say if you say it's enthralled the ogre and it had the bloodbound on active, that ogre would get extremely huge. It will get bigger than it was before you killed it. That's because the bloodbound went off and it gained additional attack and it gained its size, the visual thing as well. So maybe it makes sense in that sense. The enthralled unit keep their alliances. That's why they still keep their brawny HP. Maybe I don't know.
Well, that was one of the changes this week. They called it an Underlord change. Not entirely too sure how much of a balance tweak it will end up, but we're actually just watching Nirvana take on Takematsu here because he got 2 druids first round. So he just has a 2-star Magnus kind of stomping everything. I don't know if that's intended by Nirvana, but hey, I mean, whatever works, right? Enno, you might notice over time that Enno has kind of been a very underrepresented Underlord here in Underlords Pro, right? He's getting the short stick a lot of the time. And Nessex outshines him, Hobgin outshines him, but all-out attack for Enno now stacks from 2 poisons to 3, which would be great if we had more healing comps. Typically, you only see 1 or 2 players going into a healing comp because the poison will be a direct counter to that. But hey, extra little damage here and there for Enno can't hurt at this point.
Was I still think I tried out AoE today. I was playing it in a 4 Heartless Hunter build, and it still seemed kind of underwhelming. Part of the reason why I went AoE is like I didn't get my. Usually you like enthrall or LGC with our Heartless Hunters. If you don't get either of that, you can either go friendly fire if you need more damage, or you can go Joel if you want another tank.
Right.
Depending on what you need at that point, right? So I tried AoA. I was like, okay, maybe let's try. I didn't get enthrall. I didn't get LGC. I could have picked friendly fire, but let's try enthrall and see how the new improved enthrall. Let's try AoA and see how the new improved AoA is. And unfortunately, I'm sad to report that it's kind of underwhelming.
I mean, it's only
to
1
be
stack
honest.
of poison, and that's what,
Yeah.
5 damage per second for 5 seconds, something like that.
Even with the 4 hard touch, I feel like if I had friendly for Hobjin, even though Hobjin does magic damage, not physical damage, it would have it would outperform AoA downright. So AoA is
Yeah,
not really probably one of the worst Underlords right now.
it's definitely in the higher tiers a very underpicked Underlord simply because everybody else outshines him at this point. So, I mean, that's just how it is. It's just how it is. It's all fine. But Hobgin, because again some of this outshining issues, Hobgin has been slightly nerfed. A little less damage up front, and the bigger change to me at least is that the fire duration of his friendly fire has changed from 3 seconds to 5. So last I checked, fire damage was percentage based. So we hit less hard up front, but higher percentage health units like Brawnies should suffer more damage overall with the fire duration change. But also the units have to still be alive for the duration change to actually matter. If you lose right after friendly fire, well, the duration buff won't matter. So I feel for a lot of people this was probably going to be a nerf for most comps.
Yeah, it's kind of a nerf. I think Brawny was already kind of getting weaker. Even before this nerf. I think if you're playing mages or even Heartless Hunters, I think Friendly Fire is still pretty damn good. Let's be honest, it's pretty strong, and I don't see. It is a nerf, but it's a slight nerf, so I don't see it seeing a less player than it did before, especially in 6 mages. Definitely wanna you still want that Friendly Fire option.
Well, Eno is slightly better. Hovgen is slightly worse. Jules' Happy
Yeah.
Hour has 2 extra seconds on its cooldown, so he's
Yeah.
slightly worse, especially since he's on the front lines. But those
Yeah.
are, quote, all the balance changes that we have to deal with for today. Not overall groundbreaking stuff like what we've seen in the past.
Yeah. I think Eno Yoinkino at least will take over um at least in the Brawny comms. And in the Brawny comms, the Happy Argel was the preferred Underlord. And
Stagger the
then
damage.
Healing, I know, was the second picked Underlord, but now I think Yoinkino is by far the best Underlord to go for in Brawnies. With Knights, I think Yoink is better, but I've heard other good players say they prefer they prefer Golem and Essex. So
For
I'm still
Knights,
not
yeah.
sure about
LC
yeah
Knights
for Knights.
especially.
LC Knights, yeah, you have to go an Essex, but I wouldn't recommend playing LC. After all the nerfs she's been to, it's very unreliable as a strategy. It can work, you can high roll and you can win a game, but you can also like bomb out and like whiff and completely lose your game. And I don't think it's worth the gamble.
8 kills on this 2-star Bloodseeker, which Leva got pretty early in the game, but this is kind of not... I don't think it'll work. This 2-star Chaos Knight with these healers and night buffs are really tough to deal with. But that being said, there's a lot of summons in the back, and they actually didn't kill the Bloodseeker, so whoops. That's a bit of a problem here for Nyash. Chaos Knight is going to be an extremely influential knight once again, even to a higher order than it already is, because Chaos Knight is one of the new 3-star receivers. This week, Chaos Knight's allied knights always count as adjacent to a friendly knight. So I imagine that means he doesn't need to be around. Like, you could spread them out a little bit and spread the buff love, which sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah. I mean, it does. I've seen a few 3-star Chaos Knights in both my games and in other tournament games, and honestly, I haven't yet seen anyone kind of abuse the fact that you can like spread out your knights. You don't have to clump up together. So that'd be interesting to see if how people do it. Usually, if you needed to spread out, you can like do like if you're playing 4 knights, you can do 2 knights on the right, 2 knights on the left, and then they'd be fine. Or if you have Luna, if you're playing 6 knights, I usually do Luna and Batrider at the back, and then 2 knights on the side and 2 knights on the other side if I need to spread out against a certain opponent. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone does make a 3-star Chaos Knight, how he positions it. Because I've yet to see anyone abuse that 3-star ability.
Yeah, maybe not in solos. 3-star Chaos Knights is a really high-ticket item in duos at any rate. Simply because he is so influential, especially with things like Golem and Essex at their side, or an LC comp, or any innumerable kind of situations like that. Let's wrap up some of these patch notes here just before round 10, so we can start looking at what some of these players are going. But IO, not exactly hero I expected to see having a lot of changes, but IO has proven to be a little too good. So they nerfed his health down a little bit, fixed some tether stuff, nerfed his attack speed buff, which is, dare say, what I think a lot of people splashed the druid buff into him for anyways. Yeah. But at 3 stars, the revived hero has their cooldowns reset. Yeah, that's a very powerful 2 druid splash for a chance at a 3-star IO now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, IO, it feels like it was overall a nerf, and I don't see IO getting played, but it's still relevant, right? IO can get 3-star, but there was a Luna nerf, and usually IO was learned with Luna, or not really exactly a Luna nerf, a nerf to a Pike, and IO was usually run with Luna Pike, the Sally build as it was called, but with the Pike build, the Pike nerf, the Luna Pike combo has gone kind of out of favor, so you don't see a lot of IOs either. So I don't know if that change might be impactful at all. We'll see.
Yeah, well, we will keep an eye on it there as well. Man, Dedex is back, and Dedex is last right now. Okay, last round for patch notes. Razor steals attack damage up to a maximum of 70 damage whenever he hits people. That's fun. Slardar at 3 stars will now also stun on his armor reduction. Tiny will now toss regardless if he can toss to an opponent. Warlocks are an interesting, not Warlock, sorry, Warlock has an interesting change. At 3 stars, Warlock prevents friendly demons from silencing each other when casting abilities. I only really know
Yeah.
of one comp that runs Warlock right now, but
Yeah.
damn. Let's just make up for an entire weakness of a whole alliance
That's.
with one
I think
unit.
that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's a really really cool change. It's kind of weird why Warlock with demons, but yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, if you see some demon builds, I don't think it's reliable, but it might be the new meme build, where like Bloodborne's left out.
All right. So that's what we have to work with. Are we going to see too many 3 stars? Very likely not. We saw a few last week, which was cool, but yeah, it's still definitely a work in progress. The Underlords come out. We got a Nessix, we got some Jewel, 3 Hobgins, and one of each. Nope, just the one Eno there on top of things. So we've kind of solidified a lot of builds while we were rambling on and on. Nyash is up at the top at 8-1, sitting with Knight's Warlock Healer. Surprise. We're watching Xerix on stream right now simply because I forgot to change it, but Xerix was Warlock and Heartless, and this was working for him for a while. He went, I think, 5-kill streak, but wasn't able to finish it off.
Yeah, he has like a Necro. He found a really early Necrophos and a Witch Doctor, which are usually late game units in Heartless Hunters, if you want to go towards that build. So it's kind of interesting. He's benching some assassins, so I wonder, like, he hasn't really found any Heartless Hunter pieces. So he might transition to assassin. He also picked AOA, which,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, I tried AOA and 4 Heartless. Today it was kind of underwhelming for me personally, but it might be indication of some people do prefer AOA with assassins, so he might have didn't want to pick Enthrall with assassins because you don't want Annie alone.
Well, there's the 4 Heartless AOA. We'll leave Xerix to his devices. We're going to go up to Taff G, who is currently streaking. Up at the top is the score of 6-4 with 4 Savage, 3 Summoner, 2 Druids, but no IO in sight. It's going to be this 3-star Nature's Prophet, kind of just lining the pockets here as Taff G takes on Xerix anyways. So yeah, Heartless. We barely saw any Heartless last week, and now we have a 4 Heartless comp with Xerix in the AOA, and the AOA does do physical damage, so I kind of understand that synergy, and it just you need to win with it, and Xerix has just been kind of going straight into a loss spree with this ever since he picked it up. You muted yourself, my dude, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it feels kind of underwhelming. Like, I would still go with Friendly Fire Fear in this situation. I'm actually not sure what Xerix is building. He just got a 2-star Dazzle, and he's benching Assassins. Maybe, I guess he's just taking whatever he gets right now, because he realizes he's kind of in a dire situation.
At least he has 2 stars now. He didn't have any 2 stars in the previous rolls.
Took Ogre Cap.
Yeah, he took it first round, and he just hasn't been able to use it since. We're going to stick with Tav G, who is streaking. Let's see if they can get into the 8-0 up against Leva. Still has that 2-star Bloodseeker running. No Pike or anything, no Cloak. 22 kills. Kind of a shame that wasn't able to get a stackable for it.
Looks like Tav G's going to take this one and completed win streak. Golem comes out. He has the summons. Only 2 summons right now. This first level only, but the golem also gets the bonus from the summon. And if he does get 4 summoners online, you're gonna see the golem just like topping the damage chart. Right now it's like NSX is number 3, and it's gonna be like number 1 pretty soon. It's really nice.
So stackable Savage. Ooh, we don't have any. Yeah, target buddy or mask. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be mask. Who the hell are you gonna put mask on?
I suppose he's okay. This is kind of ambitious, but Tauji is in a really good spot. As your 4th summoner, you pick up a Shadow Shaman, and then you play Troll Warlord with it, and then you get trolls with your Savage, and then you get more attack speed on your side, so it has synergy with that too. In the timing, he's gonna put the Mask of Madness on Tusk, which isn't bad either, because Tusk does have the Savage buff, so he's gonna the faster he attacks, the more Savage buffs he gets, and the more Savage buff he gets, the more he heals. So the old Mask of Madness on I don't know if you remember, but Venomancer used to be a popular carrier of Mask of Madness back in the day when Savage Warlock was a playable comp in beta.
Yeah, for the spreading some of the poison around.
Yeah, it just you just don't care about Venomancer's ability. It's kind of meh. You just want the Venomancer's Savage. It's a backline unit and has a fairly good attack speed. It used to be 0.83 back in the day. The old Venomancer. So yeah, that's kind of the idea with the Tusk as well, right? You know, it's not a range unit, so you kind of miss out on more Savage stacks. So it's gonna take aggro and it's gonna go down faster, but you get the same value, right?
It's a shame we actually don't have a fourth summoner here for Tafchi because he subbed in 2 1-star Venos. But yeah, it doesn't look like Veno is going to be sticking around in the end game, as you said, with getting the Shadow Shaman, and then you put the Mask of Madness on the Warrior. That makes a lot of sense right there. Still not able to fix it up really at all, but Tafchi is on the important 8th win if he can actually make it happen. It's going to take on Leva again. 2-starred Enigma will get a pretty decent Dark Cloud down, but it's really the Bloodseeker that's running around. Fortunately, there's a lot of summon buffs around, so he kind of gets a lot of time wasted running. It's going to be close. That friendly fire is hitting pretty hard.
I think he's going to take an L here. He's not going to be completing his win streak.
C'est la vie.
To start Venomancer on the other side.
Wait, was this Battle of the Summoners? It was.
It was
4 Prim Summoners up against Tab G, who loses with his 4 Savage 1 summon. So, Primordials are tough beings, man.
Sorry?
Primordials are tough to beat sometimes.
Yeah. I found that early on 4 Prim Summoners is pretty much the best build you can go to, and then you transition in from there to mages, and it's just like ride the prims and summoners to the mid game to win streak with that. You went for an Enigma 2 or Leva went for an Enigma 2. Usually you don't keep Enigma late game, but you know, it's still a strong unit in the mid game, and Leva wants to ride on that win streak.
Tafchi is taking on Nirvana here on stream, loses out before the Golem can even come down, so Jewel just kind of walking around real easy. Looks like, if I had to guess, Nirvana has Brawny? Yep, 4 Brawny, Dragon, and Demon in there with that Shadow Fiend. That 2-star Shadow Fiend really does add a lot to the backs. Like, you've been beaten on a Brawny, you get that Shadow Fiend ult off with the 2-star, with the 2 Warlock in, and all of a sudden that very hard to kill unit is back to full health, and life just sucks for a little bit there. Taku Matsu will take top. Taku has 4 Knights and 4 Trolls in. So if you're wondering where all the Shadow Shamans were, we found a bunch of them here for sticks. Whoa, wait, whoa, Nash. We're going over to Nash. Look what Nash just finished up.
I've beat the odds before.
Whoa, there we go.
That is a level round 16 3-star? What?
That's a 3-star CK with a cloak and 25 kills, so that's like what 1,250 extra HP or even more. I can't math.
Oh, for the cloak? 23 by, what is it, 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23
Yeah, it's like 1,200 extra HP.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie.
Pretty tough. Also has a Luna 2 Mask of Madness. Still not gonna be enough. It's kind of 50-50.
Up against the Brownies.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Nash positions now. Is he still gonna stay in that clump positioning? At the moment, he doesn't really have a reason to spread out. There's no disruptors or anything. There's no faceless voids.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of reposition around this CK buff.
It's gonna be a terrifying CK by the end of it all. I don't think you take anything. Oh god, another Mask of Madness. Oh, you didn't take it. Took a pipe instead. Took a pipe. There's nobody rocking mages. There's three Hobkin players, but there's nobody rocking mages. That's a lie. Okay, Dedex is rocking mages.
Yeah, there's the Spirit Boat at the bottom, and you know, I don't take pipe for mages, because like the knights naturally have damage resistance, so they don't really need pipe. But I do take it for spirits, because spirits can be quite handy for knights.
Time to start some trouble.
I'm just thinking one more time here on Nash, and we'll probably have to head over to Dedex because the 3 mage 3 spirits is not working at all. But just reading the text again here for this Chaos Knight. Every knight on Chaos Knight's team always counts as adjacent to a friendly unit. This means that they will always be triggering their damage reduction no matter where they are standing, right? Oh my god, are they
and you
still?
can see that with the Luna on the side alone. She doesn't have any knights at the adjacent to it. She doesn't even walk up. I was kind of wondering the AI would have been changed as well. Like, you know, usually the AI makes it so that the knights would walk up. So Luna would usually occasionally walk up and assist a knight in the front line.
Yeah.
Which is kind of frustrating for Luna players because you want like Luna to be at the back,
Yeah.
dealing massive amount of damage, not being in the front tanking. But you know, we do see Luna now staying put because of that CK buff, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Well, I would imagine as we head over to Dex to see exactly why everything is going wrong for him. I would imagine that it's just the AI seeks to fulfill the condition, and now that the 3-star is in effect, the condition is fulfilled. That's what I imagine is going to go on, but that is very scary for Nyash. So we'll have to see. He's at 53 now. We'll see if he suffers really any kind of big losses moving forward.
Barricade comp.
Yeah,
it's not a good sign.
So Dex and Win and Win. Win and Win is rocking Hunter Heartless. 6 Hunter, 4 Heartless. Wow. He just murdered him.
Yeah, that Earthspirit ulted and that just got melted from the front line. Or is he a Lich already? That's a really strong board.
What? I don't see a Lich. Where's the Lich?
Oh, on Win and Win's board.
Oh, okay. Why
Yeah,
does Lich has the okay? That's his 4th Heartless.
Okay, Dedex finds a Caudal, so he has human bonus on. He could bench a Razor, but I guess he doesn't have anything to play in its stead.
Having
I guess, like, yeah, I was thinking how he gets out of it. I think he just has to roll down and look for Storm Shirts and like just hope for more spirits.
Spirits kind of are go big or go home, right? Especially if you're going to be rocking 1-star spirits this late into the game, they are prone to kind of jumping head first into damage and then dying.
Ooh, that's good. I mean, just looking at the lobby, it doesn't seem like a bad lobby to play spirits in. 2 Knights boards, a Brawny board, a Summoner board. All of those are good matchups for spirits. The Hunters with the Barricades are extremely terrible matches for them, but the other matches are pretty decent. That's like 4 out of the 7 matches are good for him. So I'm not surprised he's struggling, but I guess he just didn't find his units in time. I was against a CK, 3-star CK board.
Okay.
It's not a good sign. Normally it would be a good matchup for him, but the Knight board, it did pick up a pipe. So, you know, they are specifically teched out for this matchup.
I mean, even that being said, it's not a bad show. There's nothing really to do for that 3-star Chaos Knight because its health has just gone through the roof at this point. But
it's like 6.5k now.
Yeah, that's hard to beat, especially with that pipe. But Dedex is not the only one down here with a heartbeat either. We went from pretty much everyone in like the yellow now to a few people kind of looking at the short end of the first round. Dedex is at 12, Zarix is at 16, and Taft G has fallen hard, down to 31.
I'm looking at Xerxes' shop, and he just found 2 axes, and he's gonna put in one of the axes on the board. He is rocking 4 brutes right now.
He's rocking 2 brutes. He's rocking 2 brawny 4 brutes.
Yeah,
you're right. Yep.
He has the mask. He has the fedora.
Yeah, that fedora goes a long way for some of these comps.
Yeah, usually he wanted to on a range unit, but he doesn't really have a 2-star range unit for it. Because, like, you know, you get to apply to the debuff to the backline.
Oh, Void Spirit got doomed. Get doomed, Leva. Alright, how well would this 1-star Lifestealer do?
Takes a big bomb damage chunk, and that's gonna be it for Zyrex for this round.
-3.
Takes 3 damage, not too bad.
It's not out. Taft G takes 17. Nyash is just taking names. He's at a 5 streak, man. This guy gets his 3-star Chaos Knight and hasn't lost since.
Whoa.
42 kills.
What happened to Taft G? Wasn't that our win streaking board? He's falling off hard.
Yeah, no, he was win streaking for a bit, but his record now sits at 9-11 because 4 summon, 4 savage, and 2 druid are just not cutting it in this lobby. This is a cutthroat lobby, man.
I don't have a lone druid either, so you'd probably play lone druid over that Venomancer or the Shadow Shaman for the time being.
Well, it's basically a three-way tie right now about
Oh, there it is.
who's going to go down. Is it going to be Dedex, Zyrix, or Taf G? Just hit 9 at the end. All of the top streaking, or at least the top health, all have 8 units. All the bottoms are desperately going for a 9th so that they don't drop to the floor.
Yeah. Does it kind of all in play?
Oh!
Right? Ooh, look at that triangle.
That was great.
It's all the units.
Another one. Oh, ho, ho, beautiful. Well, Taf G was a good run, buddy. Doesn't get 8th. Zyrix lost a win and win. Oh, both of them for lethal damage. Well, Taf G snuck into a 7th instead of an 8th.
I'm surprised how far Tapsi fell after the initial win streaking. I would have thought like he would have kind of rushed levels and like found units faster than the other people and kind of snowballed out of control with that.
As you said, like no lone druid or low stars. It hurts, you know. Nyash takes 15 from Nirvana. My goodness.
That's like 2 good matches for Derex that just went out with that round.
That's like
I
5
don't
more
think
kills for Chaos Knight. God. Oh. All right.
It's the god unit right now.
Dedex is back, is holding on, dropped down to the lowest health, but has snuck into a top 6, has now a Tidehunter to go into the board, but it's a 1-star, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll see how well the Spirits handle, but he's up against the Branos.
Head goes in. He's going to get a Ravage off. It's 3 units on the other side. It's on nothing.
Ooh, double triangles are very nice.
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Another?
Another?
This is a good matchup, right? So he might be able to scam a better placement.
Nothing like percentage damage to go up against your good old friend, the Brawnies. All right, Taku and Nyash, both of them streaking. Both of them have knights, and it does not look good for Taku. That's a 7 streak for Nyash. He has not budged from 53 health for several rounds. At least 7 rounds now. He's been sitting strong
Yeah,
here.
I mean, I'd say ever since he found his CK3, he's just unkillable, dude.
Absolutely
CK3,
is.
Luna 2-star with mom. It's just really good, dude.
All right, leave us down to heartbeat status here as well. 3 Void with the 4 Prim and the 3 Mage. So, bit of a pivot into the Mage, but the Void Mages. Can you explain a little bit here about what Leva's doing?
It's like I mean, there's 2 knights and 2 brownies in his lobby, or like 2 knights and 1 brownie in his lobby. So Voids kind of makes sense, but I've never been a fan of this comp. Because like mages don't usually do a lot of auto damage, so don't get a lot of value from the Void Alliance anyways.
I was curious to see.
It helps against the Brawny matchup, but it doesn't help that much. You're not, and we see like even though despite having Voids, he wasn't able to take the matchup. I think you're safer getting 6 mages back. I just suppose that he didn't find a 6 mage, right? He was just he wasn't heavily contested, but just one of those games where you just don't hit your units.
Taku got hit pretty hard by Dex, so the Dex is winning. Pretty good for him. But Leva, so I wanted to specifically ask, Primordial doesn't count as a hero, right? They don't inherit a void buff. It says all allied heroes.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. I was
that
like,
would be
maybe there's something hidden here. Right? Maybe there was something that Leva knew that I didn't. But
okay.
Yeah.
No, that would be like I had the same question like when I first started playing this season, like if Voids did buff the Primordial, that'd be bonkers because like you have all these little grapes going at doing void damage. That's pretty nuts. That's a lot of attack, right? Part of the reason you got LGC with the primes is because you have so many units that you can the attack speed, you're gonna get a lot of value out of it.
Leave a scam to win there. 4 health taken by Win and Win. Taku takes another 15 from Nirvana. This leaves Nyash, who has actually lost. Who did I don't know who Nash lost to before, but he just took another 11 from Dedex. All of a sudden, he picked up a 2-star Coddle that round. Did you see that from Dedex?
Yeah.
Refresher Orb. And he has a 2-star Coddle. Come on!
Nyash took like 20 damage in 2 turns.
Come on. You have to Refresher here. Yes, absolutely. Refresher, Coddle, boom, done. What? It's Refresher Void? Okay. Feels bad. But we do have a hell of a lot more spirits on board. Maybe that's contributing a lot here to Dedex.
I might play an Earth 1 over the Tyrant, but maybe he's concerned that the Earth dies way too fast before getting the triangle off anyways. But I think you get more value after the Earth 1. Ooh, that's a Bristle 3.
18 kills with a cloak? Eh. 18 kills at round 25 for a Bristle is not super impressive. It's going to be Nirvana versus Dex for stream here, Stick.
Yeah. Well, we saw this matchup a few rounds ago, and the Dex was able to take the W. It's going to be interesting to see if the 3-star Bristleback is able to carry Nirvana. Looks like it's just slightly enough HP that... Ooh, this is hard to call.
Is it close?
Stormsters are alive.
Oh, he dodged it! The Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't care about your silence when he's spinning, bro.
He needs to kill a spirit. Okay, all the spirits are down. He can win. He can win.
Jug.
Easy.
The Jug win.
Yeah. I mean, you needed to have 2 spirits arrive. When you have 3 spirits arrive, they can triangle. But when you have 2 spirits arrive, there's no more triangles.
We have 34 kills on one Beastmaster, 6 on the other. This Bristleback is still sitting at 18 kills, and there's really no other person to put it on, I guess. We got a Moonshard on the Shadow Fiend with an Io in the back there. So, yeah, all right. 3-star Bristle with Cloak is going to be it. Whew. All right. So, Sticks. We're down to the very last of it. Some of these people are not coming back if they lose. Who are we watching?
I'm watching Levad. He just picked up a 2-star Coddle.
Yeah, I saw that. So let's see how they do. It's a double Medusa Hunters in the back. Win and Win is still rocking the 4 Heartless 6 Hunters, but they're getting run over.
That was a really nice chrono. Got most of the backline. This is a matchup in favor for Leva. The Friendly Fire should be able to clean up most of the remaining board, and yeah, Leva's gonna take a win here. It's not gonna be lethal.
No, it's not. Definitely not. What, 7? Yeah, 7. 7 damage. Taku, 23 up against Dedex. Dedex and the Spirits. Are they going to romp around? No, Dedex is out. Takes just enough. And that leaves us with Nirvana, who actually pushes back up against Nyash. 16 to the face with a 3-star CK. Puts us into, again, rather dangerous territory for all players. We're into a top 5, but nobody has more than 23 health, and they're all basically within one-shot range of each other.
I'm watching Win and Win. He just picked up a Medusa 2-star. Doesn't really have a good item. He does have a Cadence Blade. I don't know. I like a Moonshard on Medusa too, because the Moonshard does more damage than Cadence Blade. But I guess maybe I might put a Cadence Blade on a Mirana instead, and then give the Medusa the attack speed bonus.
There's 2
Miranas.
Miranas.
He does go against he does go to the Brawny, so I guess that kind of gamble favored out for him.
That's a 2-star Medusa too. Holy. All right, well, Cadence Blade shredded right through that 3-star Bristleback, not a problem, but Disruptor kind of gets baited to the other side, which is great for Win and Win. They are still just taking care of this axe. There he goes, the Disruptor's down, the multi-shots coming through there as well, but that's still a very healthy Bristleback in that front line. The Beastmaster is going to drop. Can Bristle bring this one back? He's going to get just lit aflame, and that's percentage damage.
Is it going to go off? Is it going to go off? Oh, it falls down right before going off. And they draw.
Leva loses. Nyash is out with the 3-star CK. Get out of here. Loses to Taku's clone, which means Taku just eliminated 2 people as these jokers went 0-0 for the hits. That's not what Taku wanted for this round.
I'm baffled, right? Nyash had the 3-star CK. Taku is level 10. He does have 6 knights online and 4 trolls. So yeah, I guess 6 knights, 4 trolls trump 4 healers, which is kind of like what I've also been feeling. Also interesting. Takumatsu running Healing Jewel, which is kind of my least preferred Underlord, and in Knights of Taku knows something that I don't.
Taku knows a lot of things that I don't. I've just come to accept that. Win and Win taking on Taku. Actually, Taku on both sides. It's Brawnies and Knights, and then here, Knights versus the Hunters. But the Hunters are having a heck of a time shooting through that front line of the Knights, and we're just kind of coming into that corner. The Medusa tried her best but I just don't think that's going to be enough. And Win is taking way more than 7 stars, which means that will be 3rd place. Nirvana still fighting on the other board up against the clone of Taku. Nirvana is actually potentially out as well. Doing quick maths, that's at least, what, 14, 15 damage right there?
Yeah, I mean, that's lethal.
That is exactly 19, and Taku takes it to become our first winner of today, Group A, which means we'll see him back in Group A next round as well. 6 Knight, 4 Trolls. And he even got some healers and Warlocks into there as well. Who said that, this is the least preferred Underlord or whatever?
That was me, but goes to show how much I know, dude.
My gosh. Okay, well, there it is. Happy Hour getting a 2-second nerf still takes the whole healing shebang. And Taku would take first, Nirvana second, Win, and Nyash to round out top 4. Not bad, Sticks. Not so bad.
Yeah, interesting lobby. Quite a diverse set of comps, right? We saw brownies, we saw mages, we saw some spirits.
Yeah,
we saw some summoners doing kind of bombing out at the end, and
the spirits really bounced
brownie.
back in my books, right? They really came back and hung on to what, top 5? I think Dedex went out in 4th or 5th, which is amazing.
Oh, he went out in 6. Yeah, he did quite. He had a lucky few rings of rounds, I want to say. He went into like good matchups and had good triangle RNG. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this was a bad lobby for spirits. I just think he had a few bad rolls. If he had some more storm spirits, maybe he could have taken a higher placement. Honestly, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think spirits are a situation, and I think this was definitely a good situation to play them.
Jumping into just one of our other rounds that is a little behind. Group C is at round 29. Although it's likely not to be lasting too much longer if this board is to be believed. Grimjow is leading this one up at 48 health with Void Vigilant Hunters? Question mark?
Oh yeah, the classic Void Hunters, right? This was used to be before the Void nerfs. This was the preferred build of three hunters.
Well, it didn't work. Unlucky boy, Edosito. He's just gonna walk over this one, so that's interesting. Blue Dragon loses up against Edosito, but if Edosito is gonna take 48 health Grimjaw and just run all over him, yeah, I don't think Blue Dragon was gonna survive too much longer in this game, anyways. So yeah, this is basically do or die time. Grimjow needs to make this Void work, and Unlucky Boy just has to sit here with 6 mages run him over.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, on the mage is favored, because like mage doesn't have a lot of HP. They're kind of glass cannon-y, so the white bonus doesn't really help a lot against the mages. You'd rather have like 4 heartless, a buff. You're gonna do more damage in that way.
So again,
you want to beat 5/4?
Yeah. Usually, if I see hunters, there's usually heartless splashed in there somewhere, but this all got completely put in for Void, and I don't know. There's nobody really super healthy there to hit. So goes the double, triple horses. The hell was that? That was just the death. That was death. That was a chariot of death right there. That's all that was. Does he have 2 coddles?
He does. He has a coddle 2 and a coddle 1.
Wow.
And he's just overwhelmingly in favor of Grimjaw, dude. you didn't need to do that much, dude.
Whoever.
Overwhelming in the favor of Unlucky Boy. I have the other way around.
Whoever the Unlucky Boy survived against is cursing their name right now. It's like, dang it, I just needed 2 more stars in this guy, and this game could have been over, but it didn't happen. Looks like there was also 2 bots in this game. Fred bot and Gwendolyn bot round this one out, so just kind of how it all...
Fred bot got 7, Pog. Good for him.
I mean, if there was 2 bots and the highest they got was 7.
Totally destroyed Gwendolyn bot.
Some silence, some void, and now the sound of victorious horses. I would imagine there they are. Okay. gonna say they're here somewhere, Stark. They're here somewhere. Actually, this is not looking that great for Unlucky, is it? Oh my goodness. What did he do that changed life up? Still not a win, but it was a heck of a lot closer this time. Alright, that's what? 4, 6 damage? 9? Okay, round damage certainly hits hard. My goodness. Stark, where'd you go, buddy?
Oh, I'm already here.
I actually even just thought the game was over right there. It's 4 hit points to 2. An Unlucky Boy, he swapped out his other Coddle. That's what he did. He put in a Lone Druid for a Coddle.
Okay, that makes
Or
sense.
he upgraded the Coddle because he only had 2 1-stars. I'm not entirely convinced. I heard you
Oh
say...
yeah, no, I definitely had a 1-star Coddle.
Oh, okay, so I thought he had a 2-star and a 1-star, and he swapped out for the Druid. That's why there's only 1 set of Victorious horses. Whoa! What is that? That was an insane glitch. It looked like the entire battlefield was covered by a disruptor field.
It's what happens when you ravage a disruptor into the air.
That's amazing.
Or ravage some units into the air and the disruptor hits a unit that was ravaged, so that's kind of a visual bug.
Oh my god, best 3-star disruptor idea ever. Covers the whole board. Could you imagine?
Wow. Covers the whole board, and all heights too. Counting all the ravaged units.
That would be great. Unlucky Boy is definitely a bit of a lucky boy today. Grimjaw will take second as he had to get torn down bit by bit, but 2 health was all that Idasito needed to finish things off. So we're going to see at least Taku and Unlucky Boy in the next rounds. We'll check in with the rest of the bots, and we'll see if all the groups are ready to go. Keep our admin chat up here as well. So... round 34 on Group B is still going, but I can't imagine that there's too much left in that one. Let's go see what they're doing. Nope, I can't. Never mind, it's over. It's gone. I believe that will make all rounds done and dusted then, Sticks. So, all right. Saw some varied comps, which to me as a caster, Sticks, that really makes me feel happy. Right? It's no longer just knights or just brawnies or just mages. Not that it was ever just mages, but it's a diverse set, which is a good indication to the game that the game is somewhat balanced. I guess a lot of different opinions about that, right?
I think it's just the reduced pool size that's kind of like shining now, and you see a lot more variety. I love it, dude. It's a healthy sign for the game.
Healthy sign indeed. We're getting regular patches. We have weekly tournaments. We're getting 3-star effects. We have new weekly city crawl challenges to do. Sign me up, man. Why haven't you joined this game? Why haven't you gotten this battle pass out there, you viewers? If you're on the fence about this, I mean, I hear there's some other random games out there, League of something, Team something. I don't know. It's all about Underlords. That's all it is. It's just all about Underlords.
Who gives a shit, dude? It's all Underlords, dude.
It's just all Underlords.
Yo, we talked about most of the patch changes. I think we forgot about the most important thing in the patch, the courier races. Have you tried it?
The what?
The courier races.
The courier races.
Okay, so there's this new thing, at the bottom of the early board newspaper, the weekly newspaper, which is just courier races. You can bet on horses, and I'm absolutely addicted to it. I'm up 250,000 gold. I know.
What? Okay, all right. Let's do a lesson with Professor Sticks. I'm looking at it right now. I have no idea what any of this means.
Board.
I have no idea what any of this means.
Okay, so you have all your couriers on the left. You have the Blood Monday, Good Day Sir, and Last Kiss, Cantrip, and so on.
Yeah.
You have their weight. So that's 25. That's usually between 25 and 30.
So that's
you usually want a lower weight horsey.
Right.
Does a lot better than some of the heavier races.
Sure.
Some of the heavier couriers. And then you have their PP, which means their position. So it indicates when they will start the race. So you want a low PP,
pole position.
and you want a low weight as well.
Got it.
To do well with your horse. So which one kind of stands out for you? Out of all these choices.
So if you want a high, or so you want a low weight and a low pole position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I had to look at a nice balance of that, something like Venture Lost, 25-3
Yeah,
would be,
it's pretty good.
or 25-2 for Blood Money.
Exactly, those are
Seem
the two
good?
best horses. I would put $50 or 50 gold in each of them, and then just let them go. And then you get you win a prize for the if you get a first place or a second place.
But this is
So,
just
you get half the
this
amount.
is just a simulation, right?
Yeah.
So like you get 3-1 odds for Venture Lost, but 5-1 odds for Blood Money. So if they're both more or less equal, I would put more money on Blood Money because of the better odds.
Sure, you're gonna go for it.
Well, I'm
just,
not gonna.
unfortunately, there's no way to take off the money you just put in.
Oh,
there's
all
only
right.
there's only an option for like, oh, I want to put money in. There's no option for, oh, I want to take the money off.
Okay, so then
maybe in a patch.
will this just dynamically update about the? Oh, okay.
Oh, so you have to click start the race at the bottom.
Oh,
and
look
then,
at that!
you see those little couriers racing around.
Venture Lost, man, he just blew by. Oh man, Devil Dancer is so chunky. So we doubled our money. Look at
that. Yeah. Like I said, like I was kind of between Blood Money. Blood Money was definitely the better courier, but Ventured Lost was also really, really good. And there's a hint of RNG involved with it, so I like to diversify my bets.
Well,
pretty nice, dude.
That's sure. What can you do with this? Anything?
Nothing yet.
So it's just a fun little mini game to play between rounds.
I turn it on between streams now. I actually downloaded a clicker, because then you can't enter the amount of gold you want to bet in. You have to like click for each 10 gold you want to put in.
Right.
So I actually downloaded a clicker, an auto clicker that clicks for me.
Gotcha.
for massive amounts of gambles, dude.
See, I'm more of a fan of this, the weekly head scratcher, because this is a logic puzzle to me. I don't have to bet on anything. So yeah, the weekly head scratcher, the new weekly also has Alexa's Corner, which is I guess going hand in hand with the Ravens Hook or Ricky's Ravens or whatever it was. Yeah, it was whatever the one that you get at the end. Also, they have weekly fights where this week, if you do all three of these, which is the street fight, the Justice for Carl. Oh, this is the multiplayer one. And then the puzzle, you will get a new title, the Turnip Hoarder. Who doesn't want to be a turnip hoarder? But yeah, so interesting stuff with the patch updates. It's really cool and really fun. What are you linking me here in chat?
This is how much gold I have.
Styx has 252,485 gold.
Alright, this is nothing. Let me find you.
I imagine putting in 10 gold or at a time gets really troublesome, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you have that much gold.
I'm putting like thousands. I'm gonna start putting. I even put like 10,000s in.
Tens of thousands. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a millionaire real soon. Oh, there it is. There's his post. This is Swift Panther's post he made on Reddit. Right here. And he made 10 million 10 million gold. And he's the guy I got the idea for the clicker for. He's the one that
bloody million. God.
I love it, dude.
My goodness. All right.
He initiated the auto clicker strategy.
That's. Hey,
you didn't even know about
whatever you're having fun with, man. That's all that matters, right?
I'm really sad to say, but it's extremely addictive. I can't stop playing this.
That's all it is. Okay. We have the next lobby up. I will send an invite right now because the players are coming in. I guess we don't need breaks anymore because you know what we're doing on breaks, boys? We're betting gold and we're doing puzzles.
Oh man.
Let's take a gander at the scoreboard because that is totally not the scoreboard. Here's the scoreboard. Before we do anything else here, Stick. So Takumatsu, Momo won. His round there is good. Well, so God, this is going to be a stacked lobby. Edicito, we saw win their Group C. Goat, our favorite Beck is back. I don't remember his Russian translation. Kenny, Furbu, and Prostolol will make up Group A, Round 2 of our final week 4 here. So it's going to be a stacked Group A lobby, Sticks. Absolutely stacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
My favorite here is Goat. If you look at his profile, it has a picture of a baby goat. It's adorable, dude. It's just such a cute little goat.
Oh, I guess the pictures on the scoreboard are based on Discord pictures because Goat doesn't have a Discord picture.
Yeah.
Hey man, we don't discriminate. If you don't have a picture, you're just an egg. It's fine. Don't worry. Eggs are people too, man. Yeah. Okay, Sticks. I'm gonna have to learn more about how to do this auto clicker stuff because 10 million gold sounds ridiculously easy to get. But
hey, I'm coming for Swift Panther, dude.
You're coming for Swift Panther, man. So I can see. Here's a great stream idea for you, buddy. Between matches, you set up your Streamlabs for betting, and then you set up all the courier names, and then everybody bets. You put in the results. People get stream points.
Sure.
Or maybe top 3
Sounds
get
fun.
stream points or something, right? Something like that.
That's interesting you mentioned that. I was thinking about like using the betting system in order to do for the final round for tonight's Licks Back Alley Brawl. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is like I'll have the viewers bet on who they think is gonna win. And I think that might be an interesting thing.
We can do that right now. Who do you think is gonna win this round? Here's the scoreboard.
Who's gonna win?
Taku, Momo, Edicito, Goat, Beck,
Ooh.
Kenny, Furbu, Prostolov.
It's a tough lobby.
It's
This
a
is really
stacked
tough
lobby, yeah.
Yeah.
One,
I'm
two,
gonna
three.
go with Momoring. Like I think Momoring is an extremely consistent and very, he's a really really good player. He recently got a PC. He used to be a mobile gamer only. He bought a PC, and then the coronavirus was kind of delaying his shipment, but he was finally able to get his PC today, and he had it set up and he did a stream.
Oh, good
today.
for him.
So that's
Good for him.
exciting, dude.
I am going to go with my biased view because I'm a biased caster, obviously, and say Takamatsu. I love watching his stream. He plays all the anime music that I like. It's great. And then I speak really bad Japanese to him, and he's just like, haha, Jester. So, yeah. It's cute.
I'm always in Taku's chat being like, Konnichiwa, Taku-san.
Yeah, us and our terrible Japanese. I have to put everything that other people say into Google Translate so I can just follow along, but
Yeah.
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh, I see the baby goat. He's so cute. Can I, wait.
Isn't he precious, dude?
Hide party code. There we go. All right, game. Look at that baby goat. Well, no, goat, come back. Baby goat. No, don't show my terrible profile. Show the goat. It's so cute. He's a cutie. That cutie goat. Okay. To Group A today. 4 and 6 joining me here with this stacked lobby. I am personally voting for Taku. But you didn't tell me who you're going for.
Oh, Momo.
Momo.
Really
Yeah,
good
Momo's
player.
good, isn't he? Momo's just a phenomenal player overall. So we're both biased casters today, I guess. All right, getting up my spectate machine. And we got all the admin chats up. So round 2, ladies and gentlemen. We did see Goat with the baby goat. That's right. We did see a 3-star last round, and it did Nyash a world of good. Got him into a top 4, but it wasn't enough to get back here into Group A. Will we see any other 3-stars? Because it's a very infrequent. That's the better word. It's a very infrequent event that we actually see 3-stars completed in these lobbies.
Yeah, for sure. And I can't say it kind of paid off for, even though 3-star CK is a really, really good unit, he had a good item on it, he had a cloak. But I don't know, I can't say that it kind of paid off for him in the end. He got a top 4 finish. Feels kind of bad.
I was going to say, did Momo take the Ogre Cap? The Ogre Cap has really kind of fallen out of favor ever since the LC nerfs. Also, not an LC in sight last round, you remember?
No. I'd be surprised if I see... Actually, I take that back. Like, I saw a bunch of people playing LC in the Lynx tournament today. And even the final rounds, they were playing LC. I just don't think it's a reliable strategy.
We had several wins with LC comps last week in UO Pro. But the week before, everybody got trashed. Bottom 3, We're always LC players. But last week, top 2 almost every round. And this week, not even on stream ever in 3 groups. It's just...
Yeah, it's really a beast
so
feast
hit
of
or miss.
famine. Yeah, situation.
Maybe it's just a high rolling strategy now. Maybe it's just, you know, if you don't high roll, it just doesn't happen, right? It absolutely could be like that. So, who knows? Am I getting the glorious webcam that is known as Foreign Sticks?
If you're not gonna win duels, you're not gonna snowball. If you're not gonna snowball, you're not gonna have a weak LC in the late game. And if you have a weak LC in the late game, you don't really have a carry for your knights and healers.
Webcam, boop. Guys, we did it. He has a cam. Say hi to the viewers, Sticks.
Oh shit, am I on stream right now?
No, of course not. Who would do that to you?
Alright.
All right, this will be looking for some streaks. Looks like only Beck and Goat still at 100. I'm actually still on Momo Ring. Ooh, Momo just picked himself up a 2-star Pudge. Could be a really good start to some insect Heartless. But let's see. Goat. Is Goat going to go the distance? Him and his double Ogre Magi, right? You lose one, that's fine. The other one hits harder than 2 of the other ones put together. Yeah, he'll win. It's all good. Beck did win there as well, Sticks. So double Druid early on. Who knew, right? Having a 2-star in the very first few rounds was a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good pack for him, right? He got Ogre, he got a Magnus and a Nature's Prophet back to back. Really good.
Feels good. So, who's going to lose streak first, Beck or Goat?
I mean, Prosolo, because he's open for it. Oh, I guess who's gonna lose first? Looking at the board, Goat did go level up, so now he's having
Goat 1.
level 4. Goat 1.
Prostolo is still open for it.
It looks like Prosto's going towards a mage direction. It's gonna be playing summoners, perhaps, for the time being, and then transition to mages.
2-star Nature's Prophet defeats that of a 1-star Bristleback, but they're going to take all those quill kills in stride. Looks like Edosito then is going to be going into the Brawnos. Yep, he's playing 3 Brawny, 2 Savage right now, so and he just ate quite a few Treants for breakfast, so he's got to be feeling all right about all that.
Unlucky boy reroll and didn't hit anything gold. He had an option between Whitestone and Armlet, and goes against the Armlet, the tier 2 item, and makes Whitestone. Whitestone is a really good item, in my opinion.
And Armlet just still isn't.
Armlet, I think Armlet's fair, but Armlet only gets good in the late game, and even then it's not that amazing in the late game.
Unlucky.
I think Whitestone it has value more right now, right? So you want to try to get a strong board right now rather than play for the end comp.
All right, it's Beck up against Momo as Goat takes on Unlucky Boy. Goat should win that one despite all those kills Unlucky picked up, but I got Beck and Momo here on stream, and it's 2 Druid, 2 Summoner, and 2 Savage, but it looks like they're just going to get overwhelmed by bugs. Yeah, there goes the streak. As I said, Momo with that 2-star Pudge early on, right? You got a good case for for the Heartless insects. But at least for now, he's going to keep that 2-star Pudge up there. Pudge with the Desolator.
Upgrade for Momo as well. Finds a 2-star Weaver. He had a Ember Spirit. Momo had his Ember Spirit, but he sold his Ember Spirit. And then he found an Ember Pair in the shop. So I guess he was kind of opening up Assassins for a second, but he thought otherwise now. I mean, this isn't a bad sword Assassin, but the Heart Hunters is just more reliable.
Goat is against 3 Beastmasters. Kenny has 3 Beastmasters on deck.
Can these Beastmaster tame the goat? The melee goat?
They're doing a pretty damn good job of it. Is Goat thinking about, or sorry, is Kenny thinking about going into Brawny? He has 2 Snapfires on his board, or on his bench. All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. That kills all streaks. Everybody loses streak except Kenny, who gains 1.
I think double Beastmaster is pretty much all okay. Double Beastmaster 2 is pretty much
Oh,
the best
well,
start
yep.
you can ask for.
There it
Brownies.
is.
Yeah, this is a brawny game for Kenny. He's
That
gonna be contesting
what?
Adesito, as it seems like. Such an insane start.
He went from 3 Beastmasters to 2 double Beastmasters and a 2-star Snapfire in the same round, and he got a Shadow Fiend in that as well. Okay, Kenny. I don't think this is a South Park episode where I get to say they killed Kenny a lot. Oh my god.
Those bastards.
Look at those axes go. Whew. Just gotta find a Viper, replace that Magnus. Be off to a great start. How many kills are we at? 12 kills! Or, wait, no, more than that probably, right? 14 kills? 16 kills?
12 kills, yeah.
Or unless that doesn't update in the round. Oh, it does update in the
12
round.
kills, and out of which, only a 0.25 of a kill was from Snapfire. The other, 11.75 all from Beastmasters. Just really good, dude.
Hey, I mean...
This is the dream start you can ask for running. Not even round 10, right?
This also makes 3 Brawny players, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Taku has Brawny Insect, Unlucky Boy has Brawny Savage, and Kenny just has Beastmasters.
Interesting. I mean, Taku is benching Heartless unit, so maybe he might be considering transitioning off.
This is going to be the end of a streak,
Brawny.
I think, again. Bristleback is just too good this early on.
Because I don't think you want like go into a lobby where contesting Brawnies between 3 players.
3
I
players.
I think Kenny kind of has it for the Brawny that's gonna be on top, and if 3 people can contest Brawnies, it's a tough call to make.
Prostolol just fills up his entire bench with things. He's down at 72. At least he's not open forting anymore. This is more or less where Prostolol stops open forting. He if he hasn't forced a comp by now, well, he's probably not going to force a comp at all. We got some boots.
Looks like it's
Look at those boots.
some mages finds a Storm pair and a Shadow Fiend pair.
So maybe Unlucky Boy is going to be trying to splash in a Luna. Not a Luna, sorry. An Io to go with these double Magnuses. Then they can put that on their Beastmaster. But I'm on Unlucky Boy because nobody's streaking right now. And it is Brawny v Brawny. Oh, that's a lie. Taku is still Brawny, but he has an Ash. Nah, he doesn't have an Ash. He has a Drow Ranger. Why did I do that? In there as well. So he has the Heartless up. No, he doesn't.
I think there could be an argument made for Adesito to transition into Assassins with this start.
Taku got rid of the Pudge. Didn't Taku have a Pudge? Pretty sure it had a 2-star Pudge.
Oh, I think it was Momo that had the Pudge.
Was it Momo?
Pretty sure this was Momo.
Momo has
Yeah.
a 2-star Pudge, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, Taku wins.
I think
Ish.
I think Taku's under the process of transitioning into Heartless Hunters. He realized he can't play in a lobby with 3 Brawnies, especially like you want like multiple copies of Brawnies, and with the reduced pool size, it's gonna be a lot harder. And we're seeing Adesito, Unlucky Boy, who's gonna be splashing Druids with this Brawny. He might even consider transitioning to Assassin. He has the Queen of Pain benched.
All right, here comes our Underlords, ladies and gentlemen. Round 10 coming in. We got 2 contraptions, no barricades out of anybody. 0 barricades, by the way, which is insane. 3 jewels, 4 jewels, 2 and 2 of each. 1, 2 in Essex, and 2 Hobgins, as we actually have every single version of these 3 Underlords on the board. But there are still 0 Enos.
Poor Eno.
Poor Eno. That poison stack was just not enough to convince anybody otherwise.
Goat at 98, the top mage, finds LZC Hops, so kind of a low roll. He's actually transitioning to Savage Summoners. Interesting. So yeah, that kind of makes sense, you know? You can get out of the mage, you don't get the mage Underlord, get out of mages, going to Savage Summoners.
Sure,
With LGC.
we were talking about Goat.
Oh yeah, Goat.
Are you sure Savage
And then I was at
Summoners is the way that he's
Yeah.
going?
I think so. He's gonna transition off mages. Yeah, he stole all of his mages. He didn't get friendly fire. He had a good Savage Summoner start, so he's gonna transition off mages. Like if a second ago, if like a round ago you pressed tab, you would have seen Goat be in mages, and now he's in a completely different comp.
Well, and it didn't work at all. Momo will take a pretty convincing
No.
victory as Taku takes a hit. Kenny's down 3, Unlucky Boy down 4. Our Brawnies are suffering a little bit hit to hit. But that being said, it's
Well,
still a
except for
very
Kenny.
healthy lobby. Yeah.
Well, except for Kenny.
Kenny and his start. The only dragon on board is Unlucky Boy. He's the only one that actually has dragon on board. All the rest just have these random snapfires. And that's two druid for Kenny.
That's interesting. Edocido sold out of his assassins. I think he's gonna commit to Brawnies, and it doesn't look a bad bench for Brawny, right? He already has a 2-star Magnus. He can put in the tree for another 2-star druid, and then he has already has Disruptor and Necrophos for Warlocks. It's not a bad bench.
It's a bad board.
It's
Momo's
a bad
gonna.
board. Yeah, he needs upgrades. That's what he needs. Levels, and he needs upgrades. Like all of his army is 1-star at the moment.
Again, that IO splash could actually like really turn some of this around. He's gonna get up another kill. Yeah, but that's it. They still lose. Momo just, I think, has a really nice mid-range comp fielded right now. It's the 2 Heartless, 2 Savage, 2 Summoner, 2 Insect. So it's kind of a splash of everything with multiple 2-stars to go with it as well. So it's working out. If Momo gets another win, we'll just stick with him for a bit since he'll be the only one streaking. But we'll keep an eye. A few target buddies that said there's no barricades, son. We have 2 mage players, admittedly at the bottom of the list right now, but 2 mages with no barricades and 0 hunters out there as well. Barricades is a pretty important contraption for those kind of comps.
Yeah. Especially with mages where you lack a lot of frontline. You want the barricades to soak up a lot of the aggro, the frontline aggro, and protect your squishy backline. Also for the hunters a bit, because like same kind of concept from a frontline, and also especially against the mages, it gives you some protection against the first Coral Blast.
Did we have an enthrall here? I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, we did. He enthralled. It disappeared. I know for me.
I was just looking around for the double golem and it didn't happen, but hey.
It enthralled the Beastmaster, or the Bristleback, sorry. My bad.
Enthrall works, absolutely. Taku and Prostolol. Looks like Taku will edge it out with a 2-star Treant. Or maybe not. Oh my god, 79 health. Okay.
Ooh, that team's at 80 HP.
A win is a win, right? Yeah. He is completely out of Brawny though, so yeah.
Ooh,
he is Brute Master after all.
Those items aren't the best.
No.
Forced to pick a pipe in a lobby where mages are kind of struggling. Find a footing.
Well, Prostolol's at 67, Furbu at 57. Top of the walk right now is Goat up at 90, but we kind of went from like 3 Brawnies to 3 sets of Brutes. We have 3 players splashing in Brute Savage.
Contest Brawnies, right? None of the players will hit their Brawny units. So now they have to kind of, improvise and play other stuff along with the Brawny, and this is kind of where it gets kind of tricky. What do you splash? And usually Brutes and Druids is what you usually splash with the Brawnies.
Well, I mean, we usually do see those Druids. We do got this tree here for Taku, but Taku versus Momo, it certainly took a while, as the Brute games do. But Taku's Force Staff actually forced the Lifestealer back into the corner twice in a row. Poor guy. He just wanted to steal some of your life. All right, Momo will stay close to the top. Kenny actually has not lost in a while. He had a really good start, and he's kind of held it. Has the Druid Splash. Not an IO again, though. It's going to be this Treant Protector on the front lines with the Magnus. But they're both 2-star because of Druids. Kenny will take on Furbu. Furbu sitting at 51. Some yellow streaks in those health. We did get those barricades finally. Good job. Good job, Furbu. Is that going to be enough to protect your mages from the onslaught of a 46 kill Brawny at round 14? It doesn't look like it's going to be that great for him.
Furbu also has Spirits online. Not a bad lobby for Spirits. You see a lot of melee comps, not a lot of lanes comps. Prostolol, and there's no Heartless Hunters yet. I think Momo is gonna go into Heartless Hunters, but right now, most of his comp is also frontline heavy. So not a bad lobby for spirits for Furbu if he hits his units.
Yeah, that's the question, right? He's down to 41 health at round 15. 3 spirits are good and all. 1, 2, 4 spirits, I guess, with the 1 stars. And he's not even really contested
Yeah.
on the storm spirits, right? There's only Prostalol, the other mage, which has any of them. So
The other 6 mage, which has a storm 2 when you're going spirits, and you have a 2 storm 1. Kind of feels bad, man, dude.
it's even at least, right? We're gonna
Okay.
stick
That
with.
takes out the. Yeah, sorry.
Well, we're just sticking with Kenny for this one.
Awesome, dude. Sticking is what I do well.
All right, walked into that one. All right, so Momo versus Kenny is basically Battle of the Titans right now, and well, the Brawnies are having a really big trouble dying. We do got that enthrall in the front, but I don't even think that's going to be enough. And then Essex in the back with their little sidekick is not really going to be able to clean up anything. So that will be the 5 streak for Kenny. We lose the streak for Momo as Prostalo and Furbu take hits again. I think we have to swap down to Furbu now.
Yeah,
This guy's getting chunked hard.
He's getting into desperate situation. He's gonna pump level, go 8. Go take a few rolls at 8. Gonna
That's
put in another
3
spirit. And I might have rolled on 7 before leveling up, just so that I have a higher chance of finding a storm spirit.
All right, 2 Primordial in with the last minute swap for a 2-star Morphling. Now this is up against Beck. Beck is the 4 Savage, 4 Summoner. In theory, these triangles should be great, but that first one was,
Ooh, that was
terrible.
such a skinny triangle.
Ugh. I mean, has it been
You don't
visiting
like
Weight
that?
Watchers? That's much better.
Much better, dude. Is he gonna get a 3rd one off?
I don't think he has
the
any
earth is very,
Giving us
very
spirits.
low.
He will!
Gets it off.
And,
Despite that earth being almost dead. Like,
recoup
what's
some
that,
health
70
there.
HP?
Hey man, 1 8B is all you need for these spirits to happen. So
Yeah.
finally, a little bit of good news for Furbu. We'll stay at 26. Taku, however, took a hit. Taku's transition has not been kind. It is 4 Heartless for him. But he's down to 42. Beck now down to 41 after taking 11 there. And Kenny will still reign supreme, I think, on 6th streak up there. So the one Brawny that's doing well is at the top of the board right now.
Yeah, and like you pointed out, the guy with double beast masters on round 8.
That's 6 magic. Furbu's gonna go for it. He has that 1-star coddle. We do have some pudges out there, so you see him not throwing it in the corner. Crystal Maiden is gonna take that hit if it happens. How many spirits did we end up with, Furbu? 4? Only he's down to the 3.
3.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't-
he's
I don't
playing
know
6
about
mages,
that.
right, at level 8. So he can't fit in,
We got a
he can't
triangle.
really fit in, any more spirits than the 3 basic.
Is that gonna
But
be
I think,
enough?
I think he wants his mages are more upgraded, so he wants to play 6 mages right now.
Yeah,
And then level up and put in maybe,
I
put in more spirits as he leveled up.
I want to say that, you know, with your analysis of this is a really good spirits game, I thought we would just kind of double down on the whole spirits simply because there really is no mages. Momo did go
Well,
into
also-
the hunters, as you said, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, it also depends on what he gets, right? If he's not getting, he still has 2 1-star storm spirits, and it's not a good, that's not really good for spirits. You need multiple storm spirits. You want 2-star storm spirits at least. So, I mean, you get, it kind of falls into the situation where you play what the game gives you.
All right, Kenny actually lost streak, did not finish up. Edosito, the other Brawny, moving forward. There's a lot of brute splash in this game, my goodness. But here we are, 6 mage, as it's going to be Furbu up against Goat. And Goat is still sitting on Druid, Heartless, and Brutes. Not entirely too sure how well they'll weather the storm. Just waiting for this Keeper of the Light to get off the triumphant horses and clears out a good bit of the corner. But God, can they deal with this buffed Spirit Bear?
The Mirana is like dealing massive amount of damage on the backline. Like his 3 highest damage dealers, the Mirana, the Lone Druid, and the Shadow Fiend were alive at the end. It's too much for Furbu to take. He's gonna run 17 now.
Ooh, down to 17. It's not a great place to
I
be.
mean, what do you do? What does he do here? He's sitting on two Earth Spirits. Like, he has no space to play them, right? He can't even roll for anything. He'll roll for Storm Spirit, but is that good enough?
I'm just
I
watching
mean,
Unlucky Boy lose. There we go. The Beck Summoners were able to do good work. Furbu down at 17. As I said, well, ooh, 2 Tide Hunters. Hey! Storm
oh, that's a good hit, dude.
And that's it. That's about all he's going to get.
Is he gonna? He could roll down for Coddle, unlikely as it is.
Well, if he
That
can
might be his
survive,
only out.
if he can survive 2 rounds, he can go to 9, get another Spirit in, but it's got to be between Caudle and 9, right?
Yeah.
Looks like he's holding it, which is fine. Still got the 6 Mage in. Now we got, I think, yeah, we put the Octarine back on the Storm Spirit, which is good. Higher chance of getting a second triangle off. Got to try to make sure Jewel up in the front is the one taking the brunt of the damage. You want this Earth Spirit to get off more than 1 triangle. Are they even going to get off 1? It's not meant to be, man. Not meant to be.
Carbas did a lot of work, though. He might be... It might have done enough to, like, yeah, survive a hit.
Down to 7. It's coming down to do or die. Taku takes a hit off of Goat. Will survive. Kenny takes a hit out of Unlucky. Now loses with Beck, the Summoning God, up against Prostolol. And looks like the battle of the summons in the end of it, but Prostolol will technically take the -1 simply because round damage. There wasn't a single unit left on board. So this is going to be potential 9 round. We are at round 20, so a lot of people could go into 9 looking at their cash. Doesn't look like anybody's really chomping at the bit to do it, though.
Farouz's got a Storm in his shop, but he's not rolling down. I guess he's gonna all in here, and he's gonna say, if I roll down here, I'm so unlikely to find call. I'm gonna bank on surviving 1 more round and going 9 and having another Spirit on.
Momo got 9 at the end.
Oh, he rolled an Earth. He rolled a Coddle next shop. Oh my god. He's 1 away from Coddle too. He could have rolled down and maybe tried for Coddle too.
Well, with his cash, he's not going up to 9. He's gonna need 35 cash. I don't think he's gonna have that. Never mind. Fruby's out of the game.
Yep, he's dead.
It doesn't matter then.
He's gonna die with 20 gold.
Dies with 20 gold.
Full of units.
Feels
pretty
bad.
much 30 gold. Damn, unlucky, dude.
Well, mages with no barricades, I still maintain, have significantly harder chances of winning the game. Right before a good item round here as well. Look at all those Vlads, Cadens. Cadence for Momo, you know he's setting that up for a Medusa.
Interesting.
Refresher, another Cadence.
Okay.
Kenny Cadence. Okay.
I mean, Cadence makes sense, right? Because both of the brawny boards are doing very well. Kenny now sat at 93 kills on round 21. Pretty good.
Kenny got his 3-star beastie.
Edicito sitting at 65 kills.
This is a fully stacked Pike, by the way. 74 kill Beastmaster.
I'm kind of ambivalent about Beastmaster 3, but I guess it's fine because I feel like you get more value out of multiple Beastmasters. If you have a full brawny board, then maybe I might consider it. I don't know.
Yep, plus 120 damage. That's all the Pike gives you these days. Still, you know, a worthy item for sure, but you got to get it stacked up.
It's just like you get a lot more value because they you have like 3k HP on each of the brawny units, so you can play like 3 Beastmasters and their axes kind of stack up.
What do you think a 3-star Beastmaster would do? Throws the axes forward and backwards, or they circle around again? Maybe they're a circle now instead of an oval. I don't know. Not gonna see it today because he doesn't have a 3-star effect, but.
It's every unit on the board once and then come back.
I'm still of the view that Disruptor's range should just be the whole board. Like 3-star Disruptor. If you get a 3-star Disruptor, you deserve that 30 gold back worth of something.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, 3-star Disruptor is a bit of throw. 2 Disruptor 2s are definitely better than a Disruptor 3.
I can see one.
It's not a worthy upgrade.
3-star Disruptor Refresher. Yeah. All right, here for Goat. As Goat is at the very bottom here. Kind of a weird mix. No real dominant alliance, but he does have 3 Void on table. Goat's taking on Unlucky Boy. Let's see if those Voids can actually do some work against these Branos, but the Brawnies have 4 Brutes to be on board with them. Must have a Fedora there somewhere, and it's kind of going okay for both players at this point. I don't think Goat's going to win this one, but certainly took down quite a few of them.
Goat already has a Troll Warlord and Troll's a... So I guess I imagine he's running Witch Doctor. He's running Witch Doctor. But 1 star, right? 1 star Troll, 1 star Witch Doctor, 1 star Lich, 1 star Mirana.
Yeah, it feels
He has
bad.
a good comp, 1 star Pudge. He has a good comp. He has good alliances, but just missing a few upgrades. But he's still out of. It's interesting.
Goat's out of money, but that's going to be 300 put in with a Medusa. Anything to put on that Medusa? The Maelstrom won't work on the passive split shots, will it?
Oh, it does trigger on the passive
Wow.
shots. I think so. I'm not sure how it works, but
Woo! Woo! Look at that.
okay, that's good. That's good.
All right, Goat.
Um,
I was not looking at his
You
board.
can put a Deso on the Dusa for a split shot with the B buff. You can put a Maelstrom on her.
It's taking a
Either is
lads.
fine.
Yeah.
What he really wants is attack speed items for an attack speed item for Troll Warlord to actually shine.
Yeah, there's no Mask of Madness foresight here. Likely wasn't planning to go into the Hunters anyways. Templar Assassin in the back with the Void Spirit up against these mages, but the mages against a corner comp just have kind of full run with the cavalry, and it doesn't really look like that's going to matter too much. So Goat had some great upgrades at the end, will still go out in 7th place. The Goat was not the Goat of all time today. All right, let's switch gears. Taku. Taku with the splash of everything. Still predominantly the 4 Heartless, but looks like this will be okay for him. We'll actually take some hits from off of Unlucky Boy, because there's really nothing left here for it. That leaves us with Beck down at 4, Momo at 51, Proslow at 27, and Taku here, strong streak at 24. He's been doing all right for himself. So where's it going wrong for Beck then, Sticks?
Just looking at the lobby and 4 players rocking the Lifestealer. Just everyone's tagging against the Brawnies.
There are 3.
But yeah, going back to Beck.
There are 3
Savage
of these
Summoners.
silly brutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Going back to Beck, like Savage Summoner, just not a strong comp right now in the meta.
But they're scaled, buddy.
Sometimes and it can win.
They're scaled. You went magic resist. Which is not a bad idea against so many mages, but one mage is already out and the other is not doing so great either. Look at that disruptor ult. Oh, marvelous. Just silences them all up. Taku just trying to walk over Beck at this point is having a hard time. All those brute buffs just not enough to stay alive, and you can see that the force stick is actually working because look at that Lycan. Lycan is absolutely trapped in the corner because he got forced there by the force stick.
Trapped by his own friendly savages, dude. Friendly summons, rather.
The staff of... oh, it is just force staff. The staff is something. All right, well, Beck will hold his own. Good for Beck. Whoa, Radiance. No, he said no to Radiance? What?
Yeah, probably was looking for a specific unit, specific item.
Well, what does this build specifically go for?
Maybe Cadence for all the Brownies. That's what I could imagine he was looking for. He rolled that real quick. He had like Moonshard there. He had a
Moonshard, Radiance, and something,
butterfly.
yeah.
I think it was the butterfly, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I can understand the butterfly. He doesn't really have a carry unit. 3 warriors splashed in here. He's just going all defensive. If you're going to be that survivable, take the Radiance and 17% miss chance and AoE damage. That's what you need, buddy. All right. Well, they know better than me, right? All right, Sticks. Unlucky Boy up against Beck. The Brawnies are back. The Disruptor gets off again. Another marvelous ultimate there.
Unlucky Boy now at 91 kills.
91 kills.
Bonus 0.7.
Oh, God.
HP is still a little low, but you know.
Troll low.
It's respectable.
Mortimer's Kisses doing some damage. Another Disruptor to come through. The Golem is dead in the back, but are we fighting back? Is Unlucky Boy finally the one starting to drop? That Spirit Bear doing work gets doomed. Doesn't seem to matter. Never mind. Beck is out. That'll be 5th.
19 damage.
6. That would be 6th place.
Yeah.
Fubu already
Yes.
disconnected too. He's like, oh, I'm done. I'm out. All right, so a little bit of a phenomenon has gone on here, Sticks. Kenny got early Brawny and stuck with him with those Beastmasters. Everybody else is kind of down in the dumps. So, take your bet. Who's going out first?
My big Momo isn't doing too well himself.
All right, let's see
I'm
if
looking at
Momo
right now.
Momo drops. He's up against Kenny. Oh,
Ooh.
no.
He does have a Cadence
He
Blade.
does.
It's on his 1-star Drow Ranger, so that, yeah, you want it to be on a unit with decent attack speed, but not a lot of attack damage. So it kind of makes sense.
He's doing okay, but there's a lot of red against him.
He's gonna enthrall. Oh, did it go off? It went off. He enthralled it. So yeah,
Taku's
yeah,
out.
that's not like a. That's a demon beastmaster.
That is a demon Beastmaster. Just turning the tide actually
Coming
really
back
well
for it.
here. Momo
Wow.
takes 5 from
What
Kenny.
an enthrall, dude.
Well, your pick beat out mine. Taku lost to the bot of Prostalol, who's still actually fighting Unlucky Boy. Unlucky Boy, ideally, going to be lucky this time, will actually win it out with the 2-star Blade Master, the Juggernaut with the butterfly still standing there. So we're down to top 5. Top 4. So we're down to top 4. Taku goes out in 5th. Means we will not see him again in Group A. Taku's transition just kind of never really took hold, right? He had the most alliances, but it just unfortunately never went in. 13-13 for a score. Kenny's still sitting good at 19-7. Has a lot of health to burn through, but I guess we'll stick with Momo since he's down at 10, and we'll see how much farther your boy can go.
We'll work together.
Yeah. Okay, goes against Unlucky Boy. Unlucky Boy running 4 broods, so it's kind of bad again for him. Because the broods do apply the magic rebuff. Axe gonna chop against his
They doomed the
counterpart Bornies.
They doomed the 2-star Beastmaster and came back as an enthrall.
Oh, okay, cool.
You dare come.
Prostalol wins up against Kenny in the other board. This is actually not looking so bad for Momo. A lot of greens still out there. The
I don't know.
Lycan doing work. The Lycan has the antlers, you notice. You get double attacks every now and then. Oh, well, it's now a fur pelt.
Like an attack the axe from the back, but the axe just turned around and chopped it right away.
But he still
Almost,
won.
hanging in there, dude.
Unlucky Boys Brawnies. It's funny. We have Brawnies at the top at 64. Kenny is starting to fall off, but can't really ask for a better time to fall off, into the end game. But Unlucky Boy is the other Brawny, and he's so far down. He has 119 kills and 4 brutes with a fedora somewhere.
Look at Kenny's kills. He has 140 kills.
That's only
why it's different, dude.
It's only 20 kills between them, right? That's only 20 kills between top and bottom, and that's 20 by 30. That's only 600 health.
Okay, that's a fair way to put it, but like 600 health on each
Every
of those
unit.
brawny units.
Yeah.
Man, we have it. Brawny against a brawny. Unlucky Boy has less. They both have sustain. Unlucky Boy has 4 brutes, but Kenny has more sustain. I want to say.
That axe really
In
wants to
comparison.
chop down the jewel. There we go. 1, 2, 3 gets the hat trick.
Usually these matches are won by the team that has more sustain.
It's won by the team with the better axe, in my opinion. There goes Unlucky Boy. Will be unlucky this time. Didn't come first into Group A. Will go out 4th, which means we will not see them again in Group A either.
Momo also hangs on.
He
Now
does.
win streak now.
That's a
Puts
Bloodthorn.
Prostalol down to 5 HP.
Scythe of Vice for Prostalol. Moonshard for Momo. Yeah, Momo won his game really fast too.
Well, Momo's board is really good. Double Mirana 2's really, they do a lot of damage and do a lot of stunning as well. That's a lot of CC, and red really helps your backline sustain for longer. It's interesting you put a Cadence Blade on his lifesteal. I've never seen that before.
I'm not super sold on
maybe,
that.
yeah, maybe he wanted up. So he had this he had a
Nowhere else to put it,
okay,
actually.
yeah, he's a Necrophos in the shop. He had Cadence on his Drow, but I guess he doesn't have a lot of uptime because the Drow was dying too fast.
Yeah, I would argue that you should probably do that now. You should probably change that now. Ooh, that Shadow Fiend doing the good Doom in the corner. Doomed the Coddle. No Coddle here. Prostolo basically goes down again. Back-to-back matches against Momo.
Yeah, dude. Going through all the Coddle. Now he's gonna Momo's just have the Necrophos 2 locked in the shop. I imagine maybe Cadence Blade will move on to the Necrophos. Oh, it moves on to the Axe. Interesting. Okay, I don't hate this.
Kenny had a 2-star Mirana in shop, just trying to keep Miranas away from the other players.
Yeah.
There's no way he plays
doing
this,
that,
right?
dude.
There's no way he plays this. He has no antlers.
I mean, he could play it.
He has no antlers.
I mean, Mirana is a good unit standalone. I might even consider playing it over one of the Axes. It gives you a little CC, gives you a little more DPS.
Okay, we swapped a little bit here. The Ashe now... Oh, god damn it. The Drow Ranger... Why do I keep doing this? Has the hat. And Lifestealer has the Deso now. So that makes more sense. So where did the Cadence go? Cadence is on the Necro.
Yeah.
Look at that Necrophos damage. It's huge.
A lot of uptime, but and also has a fast attack speed. But the Disruptor all completely shut down any of the heals coming from Necro, and I think Momo's gonna go out here, dude.
It's 2 axes. Well, Kenny had a lot of health to bank on anyways. There's definitely going to be a lot of abuse he could do up against Momo. But Momo comes into second. Might see him next round. Actually, I highly suspect we'll see him next round. And Kenny, with a huge net worth and a lot of brawny kills, nets himself a first place. So 2 brawnies did okay. The 2 mages, kind of up and down. Taku's transition did not serve him out well. Beck had really nowhere to go with his comps at all. No knights other than Taku's 2. No LCs. 1 spirit that died very quickly. And yeah, a lot of Heartless today. Definitely a lot of Heartless.
Just want to point out the Beastmaster. So Kenny has a total of 162 kills, and the Beastmaster accounted for 113 out of those kills. So, you know, massively carried by 1 unit alone.
I mean, when you start the game with a 2-star Beastmasters in round, what, 6? Got a 2-star Spitfire that round as well? I mean, you're just having a good game. That's all that is.
Yeah, you just need to, like, not misplay and ride it through till the end, and that's what he did. Pretty good. Very good serving, dude.
Oh, congratulations, Kenny. Lulls in the chat from Kenny himself. Round 31 for Underlords D. Let's go check out what D is doing. See how far they are. But, yeah, that wraps it up for Group A. Group D, oh, Digi and K are actually the ones fighting it out. Let's get the game up. There we go. That makes sense. This actually might be the last round because, you know, round 31, you're probably wrapping up anyways. Looks like a nice entrenched mage comp from K will actually take exact lethal, and we end the game. Sweet. K and Digi. Yeah, Orbitix, third. Didn't we see Orbitix last week in your tournament?
Yeah, we saw Orbitix, I think, in the first round as well, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it in... Oh yeah, he was definitely in the Lynx tournament. He was in my lobby, actually.
Yeah, he ended up third. Not so bad. 6 mage, 3 brute. That's a new one. Had a brute hat. Had to have had an ogre.
Yeah, he had a brute hat on the morphling as far as I can see.
And then an axe. Yeah, so many axes.
Yeah. Axe is a good unit, dude.
So
those dunks are so powerful.
This is a first for me. Every comp had a demon.
Okay.
I don't know what demons they were, but every comp had a demon. 6 knights, probably had the Chaos Knight, the 4 Prims, 3 magic, 2 summoner, 2 druid. I have no idea what demon they had. Probably Shadow Fiend.
The summoners, Shadow Fiend.
6 assassons had a Queen of Pain.
The LC comp probably had a CK. The summoners, I'm not sure.
There was an LC in this one. JSM went LC, so probably had a Chaos Knight in there, right? Anyways, yeah, we can.
2 LC boards. One of them making top 3 and the other making top 5.
We can just look at that all day, but we're not gonna. Underlord C is up to round 33, but I don't think we need to do any of that because it's probably just gonna finish up real quick. Don't do that, Jester. We're gonna.
Hey, what's up, Digitimes?
We're gonna show everyone your beautiful face. All right, all groups are finished. They're doing a transition. ETA is coming up, so that means, yeah. All right, we should have some scores here in a moment. Then we'll take a break as we get ready for week 4, round 3. just as a reminder, coming into this game today, these were the league points from last weekend. So after all the points were tallied and scored, the league points came out to having K on top, and then JSM standing alone. A lot of players that we haven't seen today. Let me put it that way. A lot of these top players that we've seen are not the top players leading this league. Now, you need to be in the top 32 after today to get an invite to next weekend's Grand Finals. And a lot of these players either are not doing great or I haven't really seen them today. So that's a bit of a problem. Like, we've seen Takumatsu. So he's probably going to be in top 32 because he's 33 here today. K, we
saw K. Yeah, we saw K win in that
Momo,
last lobby.
Tafji, Prostalol. Digi's in there. Digi's top 19, so he's probably already a shoe-in. Good job, Digi. But some of these players that we just don't... We have 2 Tafjis in here. Did you notice that? Number 15 and number 25 are both Tafjis.
Number 25. Tafji. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know about any of that. But yeah, so with round 3 coming up, there's only 2 rounds left. That's round 3, round 4, and then we have our league points done. So these are pretty important stuff to get for these rounds, guys. It's pretty important that we try to get as best as we can. It does look like the scoreboards are actually updated, so if we come back. Kenny, back-to-back wins, unsurprisingly, will be in Group A, leading it at first place with 30 points a game today. We'll see Momo again, Nirvana, Prostalol, Kenyaz. There's Shame. Good to see Shame up there in the top. Bursting and Edusito will be our Group A. K will actually be championing Group B with Takamatsu, Lustrio, Digi, Beck, and Orbitix. So, yeah. That's a lot of the top players that we've seen today in those top 2 groups. Just a pretty good consistency here today. I'm just looking at all this. Like, if you go all the way down to like, I don't know, rank 16, Beck went from 1st to 6th. But if you go a bit farther down, you see 6th to 1st with medium bass and Volvenbach. 1st to 7th for Goat.
Yeah, we saw Goat.
Kind of disappears a little bit down, but like top 16 are almost all placed in top 4 both times. Consistency is key, man.
Yeah.
Like
I said, like Momo's extremely consistent, really good player at the game. Bursting is doing pretty well today, actually. I kind of want to watch Bursting but I don't think we're gonna get Bursting in his lobby since he finished top 2, right?
Probably not. Yeah.
No, always an exciting player to watch Bursting.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. We've seen the scores. The lobbies are being made, so we'll get everybody into that. 5 minutes, guys. We'll come back. Round 3 will start with the Invincible Kenny championing Group A for round 3 here in week 4 of Season 7. Glad we got all that straight. We'll see you in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. Round 3 is all clear. We did eventually get sticks in, and we are ready to rumble. As we come into round 3 here, Group 4, Week 4, Group A. There we go. That's how we do it. Again, a few things to just keep in mind. A lot of the placement of this round will kind of determine the last group of the day. And that last group of the day, getting those points, could be the difference between the cutoff or not when it comes to the grand finals next weekend. And Kenny hasn't lost yet today.
Really? Oh yeah, he did get a first place last game and had a second first place in a row.
Kenny is first and first. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. He's feeling high on that win streak now. I bet. Open forting right now didn't really have a good pack, I suppose. We see Frossel also doing the full open fort. It seems like he went against the Druid board and took 4 damage instead of the 3. And then Shame also semi-open forting with a CM and a Shadow Demon.
Imagine open forting and taking 4 damage in your first round.
Yeah.
That feels bad. Yeah, Prostolo does this,
board.
though. It's just what he does at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You open fort until, like, I don't know, 80, 75, 76, 80 health. Somewhere there.
Yeah.
And then, boom, your comp is online, you spend your money, you catch up to, 5 units at that point, and you just go from there.
Yeah, and then you try to win streak off that. Ooh, that's a 2-star CM for him. It's also a Weaver pair if he wants it. Actually buys the Snapfire. Also gets a Weaver. So yeah, he has a Snapfire, a Weaver. So a bit of a insects insects hunter start, a bit of a assassin start, a bit of a mage start for him. Huh? A bit of everything.
It's Savage v Savage for stream as Momo and Kenny duking it out like they were in the last game. Top 2 of Group A from round 2. Both here in this lobby. Bursting is here. You were talking about you wanted to watch some bursting. Well, you're going to get your chance.
A lot of the Savage, the 4 Savage for Summoner for scaled comp CZ, that's actually the Bursting build. That's the build that Bursting started playing, and he pretty much plays it every game I've seen him play, almost. So it's a comp that he really, really likes and he really favors. And we start seeing other people also can adopt his comp and kind of try playing it to varying degrees of success. I would say. He has that White Stone on Nature's Prophet, just pumping trees on cooldown. Does a lot of work.
World's longest duel. All right, so round 3 coming up.
Magnets.
We'll see who actually keeps streak and who doesn't. But
Bursting's board really looks strong. Nirvana's board also looks really strong. Both of them. Look, if you look at first tab, Bursting and Nirvana have mirror boards right now. The exact same units, the exact same items.
I mean, hey, when it works, right?
Yeah.
Be Bursting and Nirvana. Nice. 2-star Magnus.
I mean, in theory, they should go into a tie, right? But Nirvana's I guess the positioning causing his Nature's Prophet to take more aggro. Although his Nirvana's Nature's Prophet went 2, whereas Bursting's Magnus went 2, so
yeah,
that's a difference in the comp. And I guess Magnus is better than Nature's Prophet too. Proved.
Well,
we have the evidence.
When you got that cleave and empowered, and you can't kill the damn thing. It goes a lot farther than the 2-star natures that takes aggro. If it didn't take aggro, it might have been a different story. But
that's a good point. Cleave also helps against all the summons. A couple of brawny units were bursting in his pack, but I suppose he just wants the. I mean, if I know bursting, he just wants the bristleback. He doesn't give a shit about the Beastmaster at all.
Got to keep that bristleback away from all the other bristlebacks. As a note, I'm going to hop over to Momo. Momo has 3 2-stars on board. Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a druid. Never mind. For some reason, I thought he had a 2 druid
bonus. Only he had a druid.
Yeah. I was going to be like, damn, that's a really hard board to beat right now.
I mean, I would say this hard board is really hard to beat as well. Nirvana now goes from 2-0 to 2-2. Takes 2 defeats in a row. With what Fun might consider a very, very strong board. Um, First thing also loses his win streak. Takes an L to Unlucky Boy. Edocedo now the only player at 100 HP. He's leveled up to 4 just to maintain his win streak.
Oh.
Item comes up for him. What do you?
Momo said
You
no
know?
to Pike, so he has double chainmail. We'll keep an eye on that later. Unlucky Boy goes into defensive with a Void Stone. Has the Druid Splash. As you said, the only one at 100. Didn't get a Snapfire. No Beastmaster. Are we still going to stick with with Brawny after that?
I guess time will tell, right? Right now the druids are really strong units, and he is win streaking, so he's kind of incentivized to maintain his win streak for the time being. But you might see him transition into something else. Druid is splashed in a wide amount of comps, so eh, it's still a pretty good start that could go into other comps, other directions. And like it makes sense playing the bronies because like even if they don't get a lot of kills, any kills that you do get would benefit you if you do choose to stick with the brawny route.
Well, Momo will streak. Kanyaz up to a 3 streak there as well. We'll stick with Unlucky Boy to see if he actually does suffer a loss. 2 kills came into his Brawnies there. But again, will he stick with them? That's the question. Does have actually, there we go, a Beastmaster and a Viper on board, or on deck. But nothing in the shop. Oof.
Yeah. I expect this board is going to fall off really, really soon. It might. Actually, I think he wins this. It's. Oh, the mag went 2 on that side. Okay, that's a different. If the tree went 2, then I would say Unlucky Boy takes this, but the mag went 2, so I think Momering might take it.
It's looking pretty good for Momo. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a bristle, man.
Street ended.
Going Brawny with like a 1-star beast, no snap and no bristle, or well, okay, not a good bristle. Let me put it that way. It's it feels bad. Feels bad.
Just a 1-star army. Getting like he started the win streak off because of the finding the druids early, but it didn't kind of pan out after that.
All right, well here with Momo, Momo finds an Arc Warden and another Veno with a possible Magnus double 2-star if he ever goes for it. Will actually finish off the Summoner, and he already has 2 Summoner in, so as you said, he probably just kind of sitting here with the bristle just to keep it away from others, but Savage Summoner could do okay, at least for mid-game.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of Savage Summoners pop up now. I'm surprised he didn't put the 2-star Arc Warden or the 1-star Lycan. But yeah, Savage Summoners is a really popular build now. Interestingly enough.
Unfortunately, needs a Lone Druid kind of round that one off. Looks like at least Momo will keep streak and defeat Kanyaz's streak. As you know, Prostalol open forted the most and is actually not even in last place. He's still not even using that 2-star Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, he has like 4 prims, right? 4 prims, just like counts 2 stars. 4 prims are really, really strong. He's gonna put it in now. He also has like Morph and Razor, so he can like he leveled up and he's gonna put up the CM and now he has 3 mages and 4 prims.
And Prostal really has barricades. Oof, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. A lot of Venomancers pepper in the place. My goodness. All right, Momo and Nirvana. Battle of Momo's streak at this point, as he does get the 4 Savage in. So 5 units was a good round for him. Has that Lycan, so once he gets that Lone Druid, you imagine that something's coming out of this comp, and we're going to splash in Druids with it as well. Could be a really good thing, again, to kind of get this Magnus up to a 3-star status, because you can instantly upgrade your Lone Druid to 2.
Yeah, although Magnus is very heavily contested, so we'll keep an eye on how successful he is. A lot of people going for the Savage Summoners.
Barricades or arcane boots. Those are the only options here, Momo.
Boots, I think.
Boots are really good, especially for
Yeah.
Arc Warden comps. You just put them in the back line.
You want mana, right? A lot of the summon units, they don't gain mana really fast. And what boots allows you to do is like give you some mana. It's not the best, but you want like a mango tree for like consistent mana gain. It's not like mages. Like in mages, you get about the first arcane boots off, and then successful casts are on cooldown. But for summons, you need a like especially like something like Arc Warden. Like, the Arc Warden clone will summon, and then the clone needs mana.
That's where the
so yeah.
mangoes really pay off.
Yeah, exactly. Boots isn't bad, but it's not ideal either. This time around, we saw the Tusk with the boots, so he wandered off alone, and then the Arc Warden never got any of the boots mana. Just now, someone's in a copy in.
Well, I mean, when you want to punch people to death, you need mana to do it, right?
Exactly.
Arguably, I would put it on the Arc Warden, so you can keep giving mana to all the Arc Wardens and the Venos and stuff, but that's me.
Here's the issue, because like Arc Warden gains mana very slow itself, so it's gonna be a slow start. I might put it on Bristleback, because Bristleback has a lot lower mana pool than compared to the other heroes. Let's see, he has 20 mana total, so Bristleback probably the best unit to put on.
4 Hobgins, 2 Anessix, a Jewel, and an all-out attack bursting for his Brawnies.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's going to try to use the poison Brawny advantage to outlast the healing comps that are inevitably to show up.
Yeah. Oh, Bursting's actually playing Brawny. Okay, that makes sense. But AOA. Okay, I guess he's Underlord didn't make sense. Friendly Fire picked up by both of the mages, so yeah, that's pretty ideal for them.
Ooh, Spirits. Kenny Spirits.
Even when if you run Spirits, you want Friendly Fire, 100%.
Kenny Spirits are actually gonna stomp these summoners. Kenny.
Yeah, so the Spirits are. Wow. Spirits are usually strong against summoners because like.
Yeah.
They do a lot of AoE damage, and then the summons are just sitting in the middle, sitting ducks for that AoE damage.
Oh, poor Momo. 1 away from streak complete. Gets stomped. Kenny's just an unstoppable beast. Wow, so many 2-stars just popped into existence. What shame. What's going on down here, buddy? Shame has 4 units still, FYI. Shame, what are you doing with your units, buddy? This is a stacked-ass bench, man.
Wait, is he? Oh, shit.
He's at 4 units. He's looking for 3-stars. He's going demons. He's going demons with a 3-star warlock. That's what he's trying to do.
He has the Shadow Fiend. He has the Shadow Demon.
He has the Chaos.
He's away from Drow Ranger, actually. That's his closest to 3-star. Also, bad 3-star. He's going for all the 3-stars with the new abilities, I guess.
He's staying at 4 units for the rolling potential of 40% tier 1.
Wow, this is risky. This is ballsy, I want to say.
All right, well, we're now watching this to see if it works. 2 2-star.
Is he still gonna roll? He's still rolling. Oh my god, this man.
Warlock.
For the memes.
Oh, Drow!
Oh, okay, but how do you put all that shit on your bench?
Do something! Do something!
That's the dilemma of rolling down. You can't. Oh, he's just gonna let the gods decide, and the gods decide to sell the Shadow Demon.
Didn't even use the bloody Drow.
Yeah, just ran out of time. That's a pitfall, like overflowing and rolling down. Is like you're gonna put it on your bench, and then you're gonna run out of time, and you have to make hard decisions on what you want to keep and what you want to sell.
God, you're at 4 units, Shay. Bursting's doing the same bloody thing.
Is he? Oh, Bursting's also rolling down on 4. Although he's playing Brawny, so that's a little different. When you roll down on Brownies.
Okay.
And now he puts in the Drow and the Shadow Fiend.
Oof.
He's actually going for Shadow Fiend 3 as well. I might. That might be a little too expensive.
This is a very ambitious thing to do.
I love this, dude. This is awesome, dude.
Anything that has a 3-star effect, he's just going for. All right,
that's
Bat.
a bad. Is he going
Bat.
for it? Oh my god, he's one of your bad 3.
Bat.
Oh, that is bad 3. What a gamer. We definitely put that over the Shadow Fiend. Oh yeah, okay, you can do that. If I'm in
Still
Shane's
at
position,
4
I just level up here,
units.
dude.
Bursting's at least at 5 now.
It goes up against Kenny and his spirits.
Yeah, the spirits could do
Position
work
makes
here.
us a little more susceptible to triangles.
Kind of.
It's not gonna get the first kind of triangle whiffed.
Come on, Drow, do your work, baby. Oh, those are some pretty good bombs. Not gonna lie. Oh my God, is 4 units going to win? 4v7 and Kenny loses. Oh my God, we lost out that Prostolov finished his streak.
Well, look at this. The 2-star Shadow Fiend out DPSing the 3-star Drow and the 2-star Batrider.
3-star Batrider is just whatever, man.
Yeah.
Okay, one
Oh,
Warlock.
that Drow is 30% aura now, so that's like a Midas on all of his units.
30% damage, not attack speed, dude.
Attack speed, right? Yeah.
Okay, we're up to 5 units for Shame.
He's even going for Shadow Fiend too. Like, surely you say, okay, I don't have the goal for going for all those 3-stars.
That is so ambitious. So, bigger picture, Shame with 4 units beat Kenny at 7. It's insane.
Well, the Kenny's triangle kind of whipped, you know. If Kenny had a better triangle, then it was like surely Kenny's.
Look at that Warlock heal. That Drow Ranger's still kicking. Still kicking! Oh my goodness. I really want to know. He sold the Shadow Demon.
Drow got enthralled.
He sold Shadow Demon for Shadow Fiend. Probably a better odds at Fiend, right?
Oh, there it is. And he can even get another one for just as a volunteer, as a souvenir.
Warlock prevents friendly demons from silencing each other when casting abilities. Yeah. That means our one demon on board.
Is this duos? Is this a duos? Did you accidentally queue into duos, Jester?
Yeah, but they all have invisible bots that I can't spectate. Yeah.
Yeah. So from now on, all of Shame's demons, which is the Shadow Demon, or Shadow Fiend, won't get silenced. Fog.
Sure, but we only have the one demon.
Yeah, that's emphasis on all. But I guess he can level up and put in more Shadow Fiends in, and then they amplify each other's pure damage. He did. I want to say he had a CK earlier.
He had a CK and he had a Shadow Demon, but he sold them all, or he lost them all to, you know, reasons.
the overflow? Okay, yeah, I can see that.
All right. How did Bursting go? He's at 0 cash. He seems to have done far worse than his counteropponent.
Shame is taking down the win streaking level 8 Mom with his level 5 comp.
We need one Juggernaut. We need one Juggernaut for Bursting. He's looking for it. Oh, he found a snap. Oh, and he's out of cash. He found it! He found the jug! He sold the bristle!
Why is Bursting rolling down and not leveling up, this man?
Because he wants that 3-star Juggernaut with a Quelling Blade, dude. Why else?
He doesn't even have 4 Bronnies on.
Screw this bristle in particular. There's a 3-star jug to put in.
He doesn't even have 4 Bronnies on. I guess it doesn't matter because he doesn't have a lot of kills.
He also only has 18 kills.
Yeah.
Well, that's 3-star Juggernaut against the world, and shocker, it doesn't win.
Get stunned, get ganged on. Bursting's gonna take 14, go down to 15.
Shame won again.
A lot of big chunks. Shame deals a 12 to Kenny, and Kiana takes 14.
Momo and Prostol have 8 units each. They're just playing their own game, and we're just so focused on the bottom rung right now.
Alright, what's next for Bursting? What does he do? I think Silver Edge here? Yeah, it takes the Silver Edge, puts it on the
Shame took
finally a good item.
Shame took Cloak for Shadow Fiend. We have Demon on Batrider. We have a wristful on Batrider.
Ooh, that's sick. That's really sick. One of the things, one of the problems there's with Batrider is like Batrider has a 2-second cooldown on his ability, so the Batrider just keeps on silencing itself.
That will finally do damage.
A lot of, value. That's solved now, no?
That will finally do damage. Yeah, there it is.
I want to see this bat. This bat's gonna be insane.
Bursting, I'm sure you're about to die, and we will salute you for your attempts at memeage, but it's all about Shame right now. It's all about Shame. 285 pure damage added with that Riskful Circlet. It just sits there permanently on him. It just never drops off.
That's weird. It doesn't show the 3-star thing. Like, forgive Warlock, it shows like a 3-star icon for his 3-star effect, but it doesn't show the same thing for bat.
Look at that bat damage. Only time bat will ever be top DPS. That's probably not wrong. 3-star effect where he sets people on fire, and then he's amplified. Oh my god, there's a 3-star snap on board now.
For bursting, what
guys, I know that there's
gamers, dude.
I know that there's people really trying in this game, but we are so tickled pink at bursting and shame that we don't even care whatever people are doing right now.
And they're doing the same old boring stuff. We want to see this high excitement, dude.
I'm on bursting right now because I just want to see if this makes any difference.
Because it's the other brawny board. Other brawny board sitting at 52 kills, so it's quite a value between. But it's more than double the kills bursting has, and also more units, 2 more.
5 versus 7 for units. Yeah, the danger of rolling down is if you don't get your quality, you will lose to quantity. This Juggernaut certainly stood the test of time, didn't it?
Actually, bursting brought it quite close. It's not. He's gonna lose this.
Is he?
But it's actually quite close.
Is he?
I mean, it's a 2-star Bracelet back with the wine card, so.
Shame won.
Yeah, I mean,
Shame won. 3 units down against Momo.
Okay, now Shame has a Terrorblade and a Shadow Fiend on board.
Sticks. I didn't know I was gonna get such a treat today. How do you mentally bounce back from losing 3 units down? There's a Terrorblade in here now. There's a Doom coming. How much damage is this Bat Rider getting? 380 pure damage on his fires. Oh my god. I am broken.
Left and right, that bad.
I am broken. Holy. 7 streak.
7 win streak.
He's at 7 units now. Oh my god, that Bat Rider's going uncontested.
And bursting takes another close loss, takes a -4, and he can't afford to take another loss from here. One more loss and he's out. He's gonna roll down, finds a Viper. Doesn't take the Viper pair. Interesting. Is he looking for something specific? Maybe the Tide pair? Sells off his Tide, buys a Slardar. So maybe has a Venomancer also in there. So maybe bursting is looking for a 4-scale Savage transition from here. Look at the pack.
I think he's just gonna die, so I'm gonna watch Shame again.
Nah, it's
All right. I was just thinking, what else could you do for this Bat Rider to power it up? Like, oh, you just get more trolls. Then it's like, or you just get more demons, right? That's probably the better way to go.
I mean, yeah, you get more demon bonus for.
Oh my god, if he finds another Riskful Circlet, right?
That would be pretty nutty.
Oh, he needs a CK.
Dead.
He needs a CK for the 4 night bonus. That's what he needs. There goes Bursting. Rest in peace, my dude.
Yeah, Bursting was really, really dead there.
Yeah, really, really dead. If we find a CK, that does everything he wants. Just needs his Chaos Knight. That's it. Getting it at this late in the game is going to be tough, though. Would you even play a 1-star Chaos Knight? I guess you could. Just for the
Chaos
bonus.
Knight kind of falls off in the late game, and maybe for the demon bonus, I guess I can see it.
Well, Shame went streak complete. Finds a Doom.
Doom. I might put Doom in.
Yeah, but there's 2-star Shadow Fiends on deck.
Yeah. So you amplify their damage as well.
29 kill bat. Might be the highest kill bat I've ever seen. Warlock 3 is not OP, right? Shame and Prostalol have both done streak complete sticks. They're the only ones. And Shame did it immediately after he got his 3 stars. He hasn't lost.
Yeah, 3-star Warlock OP, unbeatable.
Oh, and he has an Essex. I just realized. And a Golem in Essex.
Yep. So that's even more pure damage.
475 pure damage on this Bat Rider. Where's the Golem? 570! Why?
Now?
Why?
Insane, dude.
Oh.
And he also has a Drow to like top it off. So,
Yeah,
like,
a
he's giving like
3-star
attack speed
Drow.
bonus to all of his 3-stars, or all of his demons as well. So on top of doing all that pure damage, it's also doing much faster damage.
And every time the Shadow Fiends ult, they heal somebody. So disgusting.
Yeah, true, because he has a Warlock.
Chaos Knight!
And the healer.
There's the Shadow Demon that once upon a time he wanted.
I mean, he could still fit it in, right? It gives him Heartless. I guess he has a
He already
add-on
has
for Heartless, but it is a demon. He could go for Heartless, maybe.
In my opinion, you put in the
I
Chaos
don't
Knight
know.
next for for the defensive bonus, not necessarily for anything that
Yeah.
Chaos Knight actually does.
I might put Doom over 1-star Omni. Just for the Doom effect and extra demon. I think it does more than the healing alliance, the 25% healing alliance.
I surrounded myself with the best healers.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
day.
Yeah, 3 knights with it is probably not really worth. All right, well that's a 3-star Magnus because of druids. Nirvana
mean,
puts
doesn't
up a
matter.
good fight, but this bat is just insane.
While my
But by the way,
army
the
grows,
Golem is also a demon, so that's like
Yep,
Even
yep.
more
That's
demons
why
on
it
board.
goes up. It goes
1,
from
2,
like
3, 4,
375 to 450 to 575 every time.
3, 4, 5 demons total right now. More coming.
If he had taken the antlers and he had a Terror Blade, could have slotted in 3 hunters. Yep, absolutely. All right, so here's the question. Ooh, 3-star Bristle for Unlucky Boy. Is it 1-star Chaos or is it 1-star Doom? It looks like it's 1-star Doom will win for now. For now. You can see a Terror Blade being made in the back there. As fun as Shame has been, we should probably pay attention to everyone else. Bursting did go out, just kind of rolled for the Brawnies, didn't find him. Pretty risky stuff. You can see Unlucky Boy buying Terror Blades and Dooms.
just to grieve the shame a bit.
Could be. He's up against Kenny
mean,
right now, but ugh.
Those are units you run in Brawnies anyway, so it could be either way.
You run Terror Blade with your Brawnies?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a thing. It does a lot of damage. You have a lot of frontline, and it can heal itself by exchanging its HP with another Brawny unit.
Well, Bursting had the 3-star Jug and the 3-star Snap. On the other side of it, Unlucky Boy with his Brawnies was sitting on 3-star Bristle and 3-star Beastmaster with a Pike. And that Pike is almost actually fully stacked at this point as well. Here's the rest of the boards for everyone. As Nirvana is down to 8 health, we'll go to him next. But the splash of stuff has apparently not treated him very well. And Lucky Boy down here with this Brawny. We got the Mage Spirit online with Kenny, who is definitely not looking like first place material this round. Could finally break it. Knyaz has a bunch of stuff with the Scaled Warrior, Druid, Summoner, Savage, just like Momo's doing on top of that. So as we come into it, does seem that round 24 could be the chop block here for Nirvana, as Nirvana has to take on Shiv. This is 10 units against 8 stakes. This is Shame with 8 up, about to remove Nirvana with the 10.
It's crazy stuff, dude. Absolutely insane, yeah, and he's winning it. Wait, how did that get silenced? Wait. Oh! I didn't know that. So since the Warlock went off the board, the 3-star effect is no longer active. His demons can get silenced.
If the Warlock dies, the demons get silenced?
Yeah. That's what ended happening. The Warlock died and his demons just kept getting silenced. They were useless.
Great news for Nirvana. He has the idea of a refresher or a Vlad's, takes a refresher, some tombstones, and a Radiance coming in. Momo with the Cadence, since there are still 2, no, just the 1 Brawny left. And the Shivas for Shame.
Nirvana is the only board that's rocking a Pudge, so Nirvana has the ability to hook that Warlock out of its like safe
Yeah,
corner.
that's a good point.
And then kind of abuse that and got the W that last fight. I might even consider repositioning the Warlock out of the... Yeah, Shame does that. Shame realizes that as well. That his demons did get silenced.
I don't know if Nirvana's going to die or Knyaz or anything, but Knyaz got a 3-star Slardar, which has one of the new 3-star effects. Knyaz now bashes and stuns people with that Slardar on his hit. So I just wanted
That's
to.
one of the 3-star effects that I haven't yet to see. So I'm gonna watch that Slardar right now.
It's definitely murking people. It's good. He actually walked up to the Caudal and stunned it, which probably went a long way for his comp. But 3-star Slardar, man,
Stun
those
the Orc
warrior
Spirit.
comps are going to be so much harder to kill now.
Probably not though.
Oh, there's Nirvana. Nirvana won against Momo.
Damn,
3-stars
Nirvana
are
on a bit of
turning
a-
the tides on a lot of comps today. Look at this. 3-star Earth Spirit for Kenny. I totally missed that one. But 3-star Bristle. We had a 3-star Jug. We had a 3-star Snap. Slardar, Bristle, Bat, Beast, Drow, Warlock, Earth Spirit. That's so many 3-stars for a solos game. It's insane. You're muted, buddy.
We will live, and they will.
Yeah, that's a lot of 3-stars, dude. 3-star meta is alive, boys. Underlords is saved.
Underlords is safe. Not sure I'd go that far, but Nirvana's taking on Unlucky Boy. There is a Doom on the Mirana. Not great for Nirvana right there. But the 3-star Beastmaster is still hanging on. Does eventually go down, but that Bristle's now taken the place, and that should be it for Nirvana. 7th place for 17 damage. Oh, Knyaz actually out too. Frostalol just says, who cares about your Slardar? Oh, that Razor. Razor Radiance. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Right behind the target dummy, too. Fantastic. Unlucky Boy loses to Shame. Shame is sitting at 20. Actually, the only person sitting pretty is Prostalol, who, as we know, gets down to like 75 health, finally plays the game, and has only lost 20 since then. Ugh. 19-7 record.
Like Shame also lost his last round.
Kenny's at 9 HP. Yeah, as well. So we'll watch Kenny. Kenny was first and first. Came into this rocking a high. Is not looking good for first place right now with this Mage Spirits. No contraptions, I don't think. Definitely doesn't have any barricades.
That's not a good match.
No target dummy, no mangoes. Well, they killed the Sand King before it did anything. There goes the horses. Ooh, and there goes the counter horses. And now with the Lich kind of bouncing, they win. 12 damage.
Yeah, Kenny takes that despite being against the barricade and contraption build of
Shame and Momo.
Oslo.
Momo's fighting back. 2 extra units on board up against Shame, and still this bat is over 10,000 damage. He's just permanently stuck at 570 frickin' damage. All right. Momo has just been whittled away by Shame. Unlucky Boy won against the clone of Momo there on top of things. So, again, 3-stars are swinging wild here today. I don't know who's top 2, but you got to bet that it's Prostalol plus somebody. Probably Shame if I had to bet.
Yeah, probably Shame, right? Also, just want to point out for benefit of Shame, the only player playing Pudge went out, so he can now nestle that Warlock back into the corner safely. For any, as long as their Warlock lives, you're probably gonna win.
All right, I'm watching first and last go head-to-head as Unlucky Boy and Prostalol will duke it out in the ring yet again. A really good disruptor right outside the barricades. On top of that there, as you're really having a trouble kind of breaking into this corner. You saw the Caudal just throw it all out. The barrel's now coming in, trying to just turn the tides, and I think that will actually be enough. There is enough health left on these Brawnies to finally get into that corner, and that will be that. Prostalol takes 11. Kenny is out in 5th. Not likely to see him again. Actually, that's a lie. First, 5th. Probably see him again in the last round, but so much for consistency, eh?
For sure, Refresher picked up Momo. Also, as Momo has a lone raid shop locked in his shop, and Momo is one Venomancer away from Veno 3-star. So you might see another 3-star.
That's an axe with a heart of Tarask.
Ooh.
All right,
Momo finds a troll Warlord too, but he locks it. He's not gonna sell it. He's gonna say, "I'm at 17. I feel comfortable with my board."
Momo, sell the... Oh, okay. Sell your Venomancer. What the hell?
It's kind of greedy. It's kind of greedy, but I
He's going for a 3-star Veno?
I respect it, dude.
3-star
It's not
Veno.
worth winning. It's not worth winning if you don't get a
Is,
star
there's
Veno,
a
dude.
3-star effect on Veno. His wards are like magic immune or something stupid.
Yeah, they have 99% magic immunity, which just basically means like you can Cardo Blast them all day long, they won't die.
But Prostolo is mages.
Mages.
Yeah.
So is that the
But
only reason
Momo
he's
also has
keeping
the-
it?
Well, Momo also has 4 skills, right? So you're checked against all that AoE damage.
Oh my god. Poor,
So that your summons can survive longer and do a
poor.
lot of damage. This is basically the bursting build. The bursting actually kind of not played hit build and went to Brawny this game, but this is basically bursting's build. He plays 4 savage, 4 Brawny, and also 4 savage, 4 summoners, 3 warriors, and then 4 skilled.
God, you really just wanted this build to work, and it's working. That's it for Unlucky Boy. 19 bloody thousand damage on a Bat Rider. Huh. Okay, Momo gets Troll 2, 100%. Picks it up. Is looking for the Veno. Good luck finding a Gray this late into the game. Still looking for a 2-star
10%
Medusa.
odds. Or 15% odds.
Shame is the only player without 10 units. Has more or less been rolling down. He's been very slowly creeping up in his cash. Really wants to get this Terrorblade in. Prostol's at 10 and has been losing. Momo's at 17 and has been winning. It's Shame against both. I don't think Shame can kill them both, but oh my god, if he wins both boards.
The Shadow Fiend also. One of the Shadow Fiend goes down. The second Shadow Fiend is doing a lot of damage.
This is looking bad. Really bad.
Not looking
Shame.
good.
It's not 20 damage, but it's looking bad. Prostolol won as well. Ooh, 17 damage.
It's gonna come down to can he scam placement here before getting knocked out.
Well, Shame lost against both boards. There's always the saying, quality beats quantity, but right now quantity is kicking his ass. What is Shame even looking for? He's not even bothering trying to rank up. He's just, what,
I mean,
3-star
go
Shadow
pro.
Fiend? Is that the goal?
I'm wondering if he can take out an Abaddon and put in a Terrorblade. I don't know if that's better or worse. It's just another demon, but you lose a lot of front line with that Abaddon.
Shame never got the 4. He never got that CK in. He never got the 4 Knights.
Yeah.
That's a big problem, especially with these mages clumped up in the corner. They're just gonna run right through them all.
Also, interesting barricade positioning by him, right? He put the barricade on the side, knowing well that he's gonna be facing Auto Blast front on. Like,
Now
you'd imagine he
Shame
put barricades
wins.
up
I'm just
front.
better than
But yeah, now he wins it.
Prostolol lost, and then Prostolol won, then he lost. Momo actually beat him there as well. So I don't know about scamming places, but there could very well be a very dead 2 players this round.
3-star a Storm Spirit for Prostolo.
And a 2-star
No
Lich.
item for it.
There's no Octarine. He doesn't have an Octarine.
Yeah, Octarine is what you want on it, right? So it like zips.
Oh,
front to back, but
I don't know about
He's
Tide
gonna
Hunter
spread
carrying
out?
this. Yeah, he's trying to spread.
Turn the tide.
Prostolol,
I don't
it's
know
Momo
why,
on
though.
both boards. Momo beat both of these guys. I don't know about Tide Hunter holding on to that Radiance because he dies first. He's a very obvious target.
yeah.
So the damage is already done. He didn't even crack. Oh my god, he barely cracked 1,000 damage. So Momo's gonna run over Prostolol. That's it. Shame.
That's 4 scaled.
Shame on the other
Doing
hand.
so much work.
Shame is losing too. This is it.
But
Momo
Prostol's out
bounces
already.
back. Shame gets second. 3 stars. Demon build. Oh.
What a game! What a player! Absolutely amazing, dude.
Well, your boy's doing way better as a pick than mine did. Who needs 3
Yeah, totally
stars
right,
when you have
Momo.
just 10 units in a great comp, right?
Just, like 8 units versus 10 units. Amazing, dude.
Oh.
He went for it too, right? We saw him at level 4, rolling down like a madman, looking for these units, overflowing and like ending a round with like sold
He had
units.
like
Amazing,
9
dude.
units on
What a
board
game.
sometimes. God, go back and watch that
Uh,
game, guys. If you want to know how that happened, It was he was at what 41 health, and he finally got the 3-star warlock and just changed.
And then he didn't lose a round for like
ages.
Like until round 20 or something.
Ages.
He completed a win streak, I want to say.
All right, Group
Damn.
B. Group B still kicking here. We're gonna shift gears a little bit to Lustriel. Lustriel has actually dominated this round. Wow, Digitams. No wonder you're in chat. You came 7th. Sorry, bro. Digitams is at 7th. Kay was at 6th. Beck is at 5th. Taku at 4th. Leaving Lustriel with a very, very big health difference between him and AMA Power.
And this is a favorite match for Lustriel too. Spirit's really good against the Knights.
Sorry, Digi. That was just too easy.
Yeah, it was rough for Digi.
Hi, Lustriel. Looks like you're doing good. Those spirits are zooming around. Doesn't look like you win the round, but overall, top 2, not bad.
Ooh, that triangle kind of whiffed at the end.
17. So what's Power got?
He's 1 away from...
Power's LC. Ooh, this is an LC comp. Where is the LC? 37 kill LC. 127 dual damage. It's probably the most successful Legion Commander we've seen today.
Also has a Troll Warlord at the back. I might consider giving the Troll Warlord the attack speed item and then you can
nope, you got Satanic.
Okay, interesting. Satanic. Okay.
Satanic Warlord. There is no attack speed items on any of these guys except Butterfly.
Yeah, I might like put the cloak on LC and then put the Butterfly on Troll Warlord. I feel like that might get him a little more value.
So, here's something that I definitely want to go try now. 3-star Warlock, Legion Commander.
Okay.
Does she still get
With
silenced?
all that demon damage?
Does she, does she still get silenced?
She doesn't get silenced, yeah.
Right? That's kind of the whole
that'd be fun to
built-in
try
kit
out
of her.
duos, like, as a duo, like if I like, you must be really excited to like try out all these 3-stars in duos right now.
Ekamic, we're playing
It's a
tonight,
good
buddy.
time to be a duos player. It's not like KO where like everything's random. You can't like actually go for a build. In duos, you can go for it reliably.
Did
Fairly
AMA?
reliably, I want to say.
Did AMA not win this one? That's going to be a Satanic Warlord, but the Warlord keeps changing targets. Oh, doesn't matter. It's so hard. What is this? He doesn't even have any plus damage. And there goes the Satanic.
Satanic keeps healing him up over and over and over again. Someone should check that cooldown because that was not a 10-second cooldown. That looked much quicker cooldown.
All right, we'll keep an eye on him. 250% of 380. Ooh, never mind. That's a 3-star spirit with a radiance.
Yep.
We're all just starring it. All the players in the game right there, like, whoa! I guess I just need a good Hobgin stun. Well, I don't know. At least you got Radiance onto somebody that's not going to die very fast. I still can't believe we put Radiance on a friggin' Tidehunter last round.
That's a bit,
that was okay. That was okay.
It's skinny, but it got a few units. The Lich ult is doing a lot of slow. Yeah, I think Lustriel takes this. I think Ammo Power is done.
All right, come on, Warlord. Where's? He has to.
Actually,
there's a
Warlord's
health trigger, right? There's a health trigger on Satanic. Just.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. 2.
It's a
three,
cooldown trigger, I want to say.
4, 5. No, that's definitely triggering way faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe not. How long does it last? How long does the Satanic last?
It's a 10-second. So he gets lifesteal for 3 seconds, and then it's a 10-second cooldown. So after he goes below 50, the Satanic will trigger. He'll start doing lifesteal.
All right.
And then
we're just gonna
for 3 seconds.
We're just gonna stay on him, and we'll count the seconds when it triggers.
Like do the science with that.
Lustriel doesn't know what to do. Well, we don't either. Best bet is to get a triangle on the Warlord and then just kill him with silence.
Get a good triangle.
Yeah, get a good triangle. Duh.
I've seen a lot of those skinny triangles, dude. Just get a good triangle, dude.
All right, so Satanic is below 50% health. It'll trigger.
Okay, that's a good triangle. Ooh.
Okay.
The mech triggers in last second
1,
on the Omni Knight,
2,
keeps him up.
3,
The Glitch out is going.
5, 6, 7,
Freddy
8,
Fire comes in, cleans up
9,
a lot.
10,
He
1,
should win this.
2, 3, 4,
That troll's getting
5,
ganged up on.
6, 7,
He doesn't want to go down,
8,
dude.
9,
Finally goes down,
10.
dude. You're welcome, Rustriel.
You're
welcome, dude.
Just get triangles, bro. Yeah.
Just get good triangles, dude.
Oh, we're having a lot of fun today, aren't we, Sticks?
Oh, what a day, dude. What a
day.
competition.
This is a big step for Underlords today. We finally saw 3-star comps. People are making comps around 3-star units. It's brilliant. It's amazing. Can't wait to try duos. Yeah. All right. I think that's all the matches for that round. Let's check in with the admins as we do it. But whew, shame. I really wish I had some social information for him, a blast for him to send him some love. But wow.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Well, Lustriel, who's in chat, he also streams. So if you want to give him a shout out, there we go.
All right, Lustriel. Where's your stuff, buddy? Because, I mean, you basically taking on the raid boss of a troll warlord was worth a shout out right there.
Yeah, the troll warlord just didn't want to die, dude. It was kind of frustrating watching you trying to kill it, dude.
And now, I've seen very successful satanic juggernauts. Oh, there goes Sticks. But I've never seen a very successful warlord. My goodness. All right, scores are updated. Sticks is coming back. There he is.
Hey,
you with me,
good to be
buddy?
back.
All right. Scores are up. We are apparently playing in the next 5 minutes, so feel free to leave the party. And oh, you already did. Cool. And we'll get the next one going. But Momo, your boy Momo, he's up at number 1. Shame bounces into second place, trailing just by a little bit. Went third, first, second. We will see if there is a repeat of the strategy or not from Shame. Kenny with the 115 is still far enough ahead to come into the last group of the day for us as well. And I just remembered, got to move this back to there. That also leaves with Lustriel coming into the finals. Prostolol, medium base, who we haven't seen on stream today, but he won 6 first. Well done, buddy. And then Orbitix, our boy Orbitix, with 332. And that will make up our last final lobby for Group A today.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah, exciting. I am
really happy about Momo and his performance. Especially because I called him out, right?
Yeah, second round.
My
Momo
choice
will
is- I
win.
want to.
Yeah.
I want to make I want him to do well, but yeah, I mean, I picked it for a reason. He's a really consistent player, really does well.
Not that Taku Matsu's watching, but Ganbatte Taku. I believe in you, buddy. 1, 5, and 4. He's in Group B, so that's he should have enough points by the end of all this to break that 32 barrier for the grand finals next weekend. But until then,
I'd imagine.
Well, we would hope. I haven't seen Lafania all day, for example. So who knows where some of these players went. But we will be taking a break here. We got, I think, 4 minutes. We'll put 5 up on the clock until we are getting all clear. We're going to get into the lobbies. And last round of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Sticks. I know it's like God o'clock over wherever you are. So thanks for sticking around with us. And we'll be back for the last round in just a few. Okay, very small little sticks in the webcam preview. Whoops, my bad.
Whoa, what happened there?
It's just you were minimizing, so don't worry too much about it. But yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Week 4, Group A. These are all the winners of all the winners, the grand winners of today. This will be the last round. Everybody needs to put up points, and this is a stacked lobby. Holy crap! This will be it for today. Our last round. Sticks and I are both ready. All the players are here, so we're gonna get this one going. But the last of it all, and coming off of such a crazy round 3, at least for Group A, I don't even know like what to expect. Anything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, dude. Momo's gonna clean up this lobby. It's not gonna be not even gonna be close, dude.
And your boy Momo's done really well. I haven't played with Momo in a while because, again, you guys are all in very different time zones than me. But, God, he's really leveled up, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's also had like issues with his phone and not having a PC. I actually just bought a PC off his tournament winnings.
The dream.
Yeah, dude. He so this is kind of a sad story. He had a PC before. He used to be a PC gamer, but due to some flooding in back at his home, in Philippines, his PC got destroyed as a result of it. So now he actually bought. He used to play on the mobile for months, and finally earned up enough in tournament winnings to buy himself a second-hand PC. And he was like actually playing on PC today. He was streaming on it, and I asked him about it. Hey, how good does it feel to finally get on PC and finally stream on PC and play on PC? And it's like it feels really weird. Everything is so big. It's adorable, dude.
Yeah, if you guys have never noticed, there is an interface layout of like small screen. So this is what game looks like for mobile players.
Oh god, it's horrible, dude. I can't do it.
I commend Valve that they even give you the option, right? I would commend them for that, but holy, I could never play that on my PC.
Yeah, but I do know a lot of players that do play on mobile, and a lot of players that do prefer playing on mobile to PC. That's crazy that it might be.
This is the
like.
This is the view for 70-year-old players with bad eyes.
It opens up the market to more number of players. Now you have the mobile gamers, and however you want to enjoy the game. For me personally, if I'm outside on the go, if I'm playing Underlords and trying to focus on the small screen, it gives me a headache. I can't do it.
Yeah, you're also just again very used to, the PC view. Some people don't get that luxury at all. And again, very commendable that we even have the option. Crossplay is kind of becoming a standard. And this is a game type that works very well with crossplay. Because there's no real-time decisions that you have to kind of worry about.
No.
Now, I want to know, Sticks, should the other players be worried? Because Shame has a 2-star Shadow Fiend, 2 Warlocks,
really?
and a Bat.
Where's Shame? There he is. Okay, 2 Warlocks. Okay. Are we gonna see a repeat of that last game? I don't know. Momo is win streaking, by the way. I just want to point out.
Yep.
He did have a really good start, so he had a Bristleback and 2 insects. So he has a Beastmaster in the shop, but Momo has no interest in going Brawnies.
I see a Chaos Knight. But Shame doesn't have a free reroll, so yeah. There we go. 2 demons and 2 knights.
Fair board.
I think it's safe to say we know where Shane's going, so we'll go up to Momo, see what your boy's doing. A Bristle with armor and 2 bugs. That's pretty good.
He's picking up a lot of units that you play in the Savage Summoner build. It's interesting. He had 2 gold last round, and he had a Beastmaster in the shop. So you'd imagine that he pick up a Beastmaster and open up Brawnies for him. But Momo doesn't have any interest in Brawnies. I don't know if maybe it's that saying something on Brawnies itself, because like I personally have also found Brawnies to be a lot weaker in the recent patch. Maybe the shrinking of the unit pool actually hurting them. But yeah, like maybe Momo kind of shares the same sentiment about brownies.
If you're not going to be stacking brownies, you probably don't want a cloak. And he doesn't. Blink Dagger is not likely something we see a lot of, so it's going to be a vitality booster, which is not great.
No, I mean, to be fair, it's good in the early game, I suppose. So if it might help Momo maintain his win streak. Momo does not find any upgrades, so his board is bound to it's like destined to fall off anytime soon.
We got
Goes against
barricades for
another
shame
strong
already.
board.
Holy. That's insane. Okay. So I really like Insect as an early on, and it's not the end all. It's not going to win you every round, but especially with something like a Bristleback, right? The AoE damage or the multiple unit damage that you get is really phenomenal overall.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy.
I might have. He actually wins this. Wow, despite being against a 2-star Shadow Demon. Did the Shadow Demon ever get a purge
look
off?
at the
It
insect
did get
damage.
a purge off, but yeah, Insect does. Yeah, that's why Insect's
If
favorite
you
early
can't
on.
clear them, they're really good.
It's interesting. Momo could have played a Slardar over the Bristleback. Bristleback being more tankier, whereas Slardar being the Slardar ability is it kind of synergizes with Insects because it gives you negative armor.
Negative armor. Yeah.
And then negative armor kind of synergizes with the Insects. But yeah, Momo choosing to have the tankier front line, which also kind of makes sense.
All right, so we're still going to try to continue on this streak. Kenny is here in the final round of Group A. It looks like Brawny for him. Kenny. Brawny Savage with a 2-star Tusk. So that's going to cut this streak short for sure. That Bristleback, that enemy Bristleback is just clearing the insects pretty much on cooldown. So you can see the insects did far less damage this time.
Yeah, because he has the natural insect repellent in Bristleback.
Okay, well, that will be it for Momo. I mean, loses a round. That's all that really happened. Double 2-stars picked up for Prostolol. So Primordial Magic, yeah, seems to be what his board is trying to set up here for as well. Let's go up to Orbitix, who has a Druid Splash, but he has no 2-star Druids. So it's all up to this 2-star Tusk. Does have a Slardar. Actually, quite a few people banking Slardar on their benches. Double 2-star, wow, triple 2-star. Who is this? Lustriel. I don't want to curse you, buddy, but that's a really good opener. Lustriel sitting on 3 2-stars and a Weaver, so it's 2-star Heartless, 2 Heartless, 2 Insect. Yeah, that's,
really good
that
start
cuts
for
that
Heartless
short.
Hunters. Heartless Hunters, which is, by the way, might be my favorite build right now.
Really?
It's funny, like, yeah.
Wow, everything just goes in circles in this game, huh?
I mean, I kind of shared the same sentiment the last time I was here. I was kind of high
Shame.
on Heartless Hunters. 3 2-stars for Shame.
And look what he's doing.
Bad CK, the same barricades. He's rolling down. Oh, okay.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing. He has 2 of the bloody Warlocks already.
And no one else is going for Warlocks, so, you know.
Well, who would?
Did you start benching Warlocks?
Wait, who would?
Did you start benching Warlocks just to, like, grieve Shame a bit more?
Let's find out. Is anybody benching a Warlock? No, nobody's benching a Warlock. In fact, the only person with Warlocks at all in this game is Shame. Yeah.
Damn, I did not expect for Shame to go for that strategy again, but he was going for it.
The big difference this time is that we don't have nearly as many bats yet, but we do have a 2-star Chaos Knight. So this actually could be a 4-night opener, regardless of how this goes. For Shame, because he did not have a CK last time, and that was a pretty big problem. He said it in Discord chat, but I thought he was trolling. Yeah. He actually announced what he's doing?
Ooh, interesting. He really believes in this.
Cloak? Must be Cloak.
I wonder if it's actually a viable strategy or not.
He took Dragonlance.
Okay. It seems like a very, very, you know, it seems kind of risky. If it works, it works really well.
Super risky.
But if it doesn't, you know, you fall down. Like, you know, Feast of Famine.
Some Terror Blades.
I don't know, dude.
Lustriel's start, by the way, with the insects and the heartless is put him into the top position with the hunters now. As you said, your favorite build. He found a bat. Is he gonna pass it? No. Why does he have this dazzle? Get rid of this dazzle. You don't need no dazzle.
Oh, dazzle for healers with if he's gonna go with
yeah,
knights
but
and
he
for
needs
healers.
he needs the board space right now for not dazzle.
Fair.
All right,
He
27
just
gold.
overflow on his board.
There's the bat.
Oh yeah, there's the overflow, dude. He's going for it.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna buy everything. He's puts a dazzle on board because like dazzle is like he's saying, okay, I'm more likely to sell the dazzle. I'm definitely keeping this bad. So if it comes down to this, I want the dazzle on the board.
All right, so
Okay.
Underlords, right?
Golem comes in for shame, probably the underlord of his preference.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Double the demons. Yeah.
Also, something that the dragon Lance does is like he can always corner the shadow demon, so he won't ever run into the problem of his 3-star warlock getting hooked.
I wonder if Orbitix is going into warriors then, because he has Yoinkeno. Yoinkeno with a 3-star bashing Slardar. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Interesting. I mean, this looks very much like the Burstling build, the 3 Savage Sea Summoners. 4 Savage 4 Summoners, 4 scale build. They all run the same units, and warriors not really that reliable for strategy.
Guess who has warlocks now? Prostolol.
He's benching them.
He has 2 of them in his bench.
Oh man.
2 of them in his bench.
I love it, dude. And it actually matters now because the unit pool is so short or so small.
I mean, denying people 3-star units was kind of a thing. It was like just more being an annoyancing. Now that they have game-changing effects, that's a bit of a different story.
Well, this might be kind of controversial. But what I do in my rank games, I always bench tier. I look at my opponents and what tier 4 units they're building, and then I bench them if I find them in my shop.
I've watched your stream. It's very
yeah.
I understand why you do it, but I can't help but feel like an a-hole doing it.
I mean, it's just the game. It's part of the game,
I
right?
know.
I mean, if you're not doing it, you're playing their game wrong. That's what I feel about it.
Well, a lot of 2-stars on the bench, for shame. He's not rolling down yet. He is actually ecoing into rolls.
Oh, yeah, he's...
Lustriel, first warlock in my shop, definitely keeping it.
Oh yeah, Lustriel also with the warlocks. Now people are actually benching warlocks, trying to give him.
I have him up on my my second computer here, but Lustriel, yeah, he bought it. He did. It's in there in his bench now. I mean, people want to win, right? If you announce what you're doing, you're just leaving yourself up for terrible things to happen to you.
I mean, at this point, everyone knows what he's doing.
Another Chaos Knight.
Okay, Dazzle prefer Lustriel, but doesn't take it. Yeah, sells off his Dazzle. He's actually gonna play the Warlock, because
he did play the Warlock.
He could have played the Dazzle instead and gotten Trolls as well with Hunters. Trolls kind of synergize with Hunters.
Well, this is where it becomes very obvious what Shame is doing because he's at 4 units still compared to everyone else. The difference is he's ecoing instead of rolling.
Yeah.
And he does not have nearly as many bats this time. People are holding his warlocks ransom. And he is going to keep dropping. Now, he didn't stabilize until 40 health. And he actually beat Kenny with 2 units down.
Yeah, like this time around, he has a much stronger board with 2 stars, so he can afford to eco at 30. He's actually gonna push 5. Is this Warlock Green Red? Excuse me.
Boots or Midas? I took Midas.
Midas. Extra gold, right? More gold for rolling down. Yeah, he might have the fact that other people are contesting his warlocks now might have convinced him to level up instead of rolling anymore.
Well, Prostolol's still holding on to 2 of them. Lustrio has the other one. That's it. But that's the 3 that he needs. I know there's more than just 12 out there, but isn't there supposed to be like 30 copies of Tier 1 units?
Yeah, there's 30 copies.
Well, so far we found 9 of
Tier
them.
1 units.
All right,
So there's like 21 left.
Prostolol with
But
the
then
2-star
also,
Shadow Fiend.
you gotta factor in the fact that there's a lot of other Tier 1 units also
Yeah,
in the pool. So you're gonna also, when you're rolling for that Warlock, you're gonna also find those Tier 1 units that you don't want.
This is gonna be a terrible hit. Streak complete for Lustrio. I'm really trying not to talk about Lustrio so I don't curse him, because he asked me specifically not to. But yeah, Shane will take 11 there as Momo now streaks, and 5 versus 7, like, it just feels bad. It is 5 units though, right? So he has the bonuses in, and he's not taking as much damage as he could be, but we'll check in with Shane in a little bit. Prostolol did go 2-star Shadow Fiend, as well as holding the 2 Warlocks hostage. So we'll see if he actually plays this or if he's just holding it. Because I suspect he's just holding it.
He's holding it hostage, right? Until he needs the gold. But 2 gold is like, you can afford 2 golds.
Well, you lose a little bit of gold with the Shadow Fiend if that was the case, because it doesn't 100% refund. But he's going to play it, so it's fine.
He's gonna continue to hold. Lustral did sell off his Warlock, so he's no longer holding. Oh shit, Shame's 1 away. Okay, Lustral actually benched his Warlock, my bad. And Prostle also holding 2 Warlocks on hostage, just like saying, Shame, send me $50 to my PayPal.
As soon as
And
we get
also-
off Shame, though, he finds 2 more, so like...
Yeah. It's like he puts a code on when you're not looking. The hacks.
We're here with Prostolo on stream, though, just looking at his mage and his primordials. And the primordials are certainly numerous. It's not enough for a win, though. Just not enough. So he'll take a hit. The health pools are kind of normalizing out a little bit here. We got 90 down to 50s. But there's quite a few people in the 50 range. Right? We got 4 players into the 50 range, medium base at 63, and then all the way scaling up. Somebody else was going for a 3-star. That's a 3-star Shikuchi Weaver. So that 3-star at Weaver now burns 2 damage per mana burnt, and he deals 20 burn damage. So that's plus 40 damage on his Shikuchis. So let's watch that.
3-star Weaver, and it's been kind of underwhelming.
Has it?
Oh, it's kind of rocking right now. It's destroying anything in its path. It's doing actually more auto damage than the burn, the ability damage from Shikuchi.
Well, of course. I mean, 40 damage from a Shikuchi still doesn't beat 200 damage from a normal hit.
13 damage is Shame. Momo takes 14 against Amma Power.
Man, he's starting to get down there. Needs that Warlock to finish up. Is Shame rolling? He is absolutely rolling. Did Shame sell his Warlock? Okay, no, it's down there. Prostolo has a 2-star Warlock. Prostolo is not going to use it. Or if he is, it's his next unit in. Ah, there we go. Shame got it. He's not playing
there
it.
it is.
Ah, there he goes. Why would you put it way over there?
In front?
So who's the big damage dealer here? We're back on Shame.
SF, yeah. Shadow Fiend. Every
Really?
time.
We got a Shadow Demon, Shadow Fiend, and a CK. No silences
Like,
here.
Shadow Fiend has the most base attack damage. I think it's more than CK. Oh, it has a little less than CK. CK has like 10 more. But the Shadow Fiend has a faster attack speed. So yeah, you can see the damage counter. They both do a similar amount of auto damage, but then Shadow Fiend is a little higher on the auto damage, but then his
Prostolol?
ability damage is way, way, way ahead of CK.
So Prostolol, now that there's a 3-star Warlock, sold his 2-star Warlock. He wasn't he wasn't interested in holding it anymore.
No.
But Shame
Not
got
doing
revenge.
12.
Shame hit him for 12.
Yeah, Prosto goes down to 38 now. Item comes in. Yule's Scepter takes it. Doesn't really have a unit to put it on. Puts it on as a Storm Sword, but Storm Spirit's gonna gain mana anyways. It's not. It doesn't really need a mana item. Ooh, this is Lycan too. If he wants it, he takes it. He's kind of desperate, right? You take any upgrade you get if you're in a Proselyt's position. He could put it on. But what do you take out? You probably take out the Storm, right? Yeah, and then you can use I guess you use this.
Yeah, all right.
I would. This is tough. You're one away from Morph 2, one away from Razor 2, one away from CM 2, one away from Tide 2. So you're kind of tempted to roll if you're in Fosterlow's position. But at the same time, I mean, at the same time, you're kind of dying, so you also like tempted to like put in another unit. It's gonna be interesting to see what route Crossroll takes. Is he gonna level up, or is he gonna roll down some more? There's 18 damage to Shame. The 3-star Warlock not doing the same amount of damage this time around. Actually, has a 3-star Warlock with Ristool on top. I'm really intrigued by this barricade positioning. Usually, you don't see the sideways barricade unless there's like assassins in the lobby.
Shame. Oh god. he needs units in ASAP. No 3-star bat to carry him this time.
He has a Ristool on Warlock. Does the Warlock gain mana fast enough to get triggered out? Like that's a 6-second cooldown, so that's pretty sick. The Warlock is a Warlock now. Sorry, Warlock is a demon now, so he does like his own effects.
It's 190 base damage. It's just not a great attack rate, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Shame is the lowest, so he's up against medium base. Has the 6 units, so it's at least
got deleted immediately, and then everything's just getting deleted immediately.
The Shikuchi,
Warlock gets
man.
hooked. It's in a precarious position. Can it heal? No, it's 2 bashes from Joel's barstool and goes down immediately. The golem comes on the second the other side, but it's gonna be.
It's that Weaver, buddy.
Outnumbered. That Weaver, yeah.
That Weaver's terrifying.
I should talk that Weaver, but like Weaver's actually doing so much work.
I had a 3-star Weaver. It was very underwhelming. Doesn't matter if everything dies to it. 2 heartbeats
A
now.
little reposition for Shame. I don't like how he's cornering that Warlock. I know you're tempted to do so because that has it has a nice attack range. But I don't know. I don't know about this. If it gets hooked like it did last, I guess in last round didn't matter, right? But like if it get hooks, it could be an easy loss.
Remember your boy Momo?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
Boy Momo, 32 health, 9 units. Is going to take on AMA here with 8. And it's Savage Summoner, sort of. It's Savage, but it's definitely heavier on the Summoner, heavier on the Scaled. Will that matter?
I was watching Shame. Shame's Terabyte ulted, and then it got immediately the Shadow Fiend ult. What's it called again? Demonic Purged, and it went down immediately afterwards.
Feels bad.
But yeah, Shame takes a W. Sorry, I'm gonna go after Momo rank the board. You were watching actually.
Shame beats Lustrial. Momo beats AMA. Kenny beats Prostolol, and medium base now at level 8 with that Weaver. Hasn't lost in a while. Is actually the only one streaking. So we got 3 heartbeats. Really could actually just be anybody at this point. Shame is really low on the health. So he could actually just be out. That Terrorblade is really not doing him any favors.
Also, 6 where the rest of the lobbies at 8 and 9. It kind of worked out last game, but this time around it's kind of not working out as well. Now he's moving his Warlock to a position that doesn't get hooked and has Shadow Demon with the Dragon Lance. Ristool on Necrophos? He's just trying everything, right?
Ristool on Necro.
I think he's really missing that Ristool on Batrider. That was pretty sick.
Well, the Batrider does percentage damage, then pure damage, and then attack damage. And you notice there's no knights here, right? Shame has no knights on board, so his front line doesn't exist. That's a problem.
Batrider pretty much has a permanent demon bonus because of how low his cooldown is. Shame is gonna take. I think he's gonna lose it. The Shadow Fiend is not getting focused. That's really perfect for them. That Golem took so much aggro off of a Shadow Demon, Shadow Fiend.
And Shame will take the win from Kenny. So again, it's really just anybody down here. Prostolol almost feels like he's being punished at this point. for holding out up against Shame. Gets a Dagon for his troubles, though.
It's karma, dude.
Karma. Butterfly, Diffusal Blade, Vlad's for Orbitix, another Cadence Blade, and a Refresher for Lustral.
Looks like Momo had internet issues. I don't think he picked an item. I think he ran out of time, and then it picked Side of Vice for him.
Probably not great.
The worst item. It's not the worst item. I didn't see what his item choices were.
He has a lot of 1-stars still. There we go.
Now he guns back into the game. Puts a sight on his.
There's 3 1-stars still for Momo. That's kind of terrifying this late in the game.
He is playing the bursting build though.
He does have 3-star druids as frontliners, right? That's kind of a big saving grace for him here. The 1-star tide hits 1 unit with that.
So this is the baffling thing about bursting build. Bursting is very insistent on getting 4 skilled in his build, but you see in this lobby there's only 1 mage player, which is at 3 mage, by the way. So are you getting a lot of value from that 4 skilled? Wouldn't you like rather put some better units like than a 1-star Sven?
I mean, I would take a 1-star Slark over 1-star Sven. Sven did like what? 3 auto attacks, 4 auto attacks. He actually got his ult off. Okay. Tidehunter did 216 damage.
Momo actually doesn't have 4 Savage in yet.
No, he doesn't. He's still a very heavy summoner focus.
Oh, that's the Troll Warlord. That surely has to come in over the Sven. But he has no attack speed item for it. That's kind of unlucky. I guess he can give it the Shadow, the Skull Basher. Yeah, the Caffeine comes in over Sven. I might even sell Sven and try to roll down for a Savage unit. You find a Savage unit, your comp is much better. No, he's pretty insistent on the 4 scale.
Who did he sack on that? Well, he's against Shame. Not a bad...
It will help against the Shadow Field, the 4 scale.
I like how the Shadow Demon is like off in the very far corner, has a Dragon Lance, and just gets pure damage and hits everybody on board. It's fun. Shame, it was a cool strat. I think people caught on to it, buddy. I don't think it's going to go too far this last round.
Every day isn't Sunday.
There he goes. Round 22. Rest in peace, you trailblazing demon. Feels bad. Well, it was him or Momo. It was going to be one or the other. But Lustriel still leading at 66. No longer looks nearly as invincible as he once was. Medium base still holding very strong on that 3-star Weaver.
2-star Lich for Lustriel. Oh, sorry, I got really excited.
That's okay.
2-star Lich with Refresher.
It's also...
I love it. That's one of my favorite unit combos in the game.
4 Heartless Void
good.
Hunter. So yeah, your Lustriel boy's doing real good here. He has that Faceless Void. He has 2 Ace units. You notice that? That's good sticks. Yeah. Real good. Yeah. All right.
I've seen Lustriel play, so this is... I've seen Lustriel play a lot, so this is kind of his preferred comp. He goes for 4 Heartless, 4 Void. It's kind of glass cannon-y, because you do lack a lot of frontline, but it does a shit ton of damage. Just absolutely melts anything in its way, and it's like
speaking
melted
of
ammo power. It's
bye,
sport, right?
Momo.
You know? Ooh,
yeah.
Gets out.
Kenny's Brawny's just too much. So that's going to be it for Shame and Momo, who kind of went neck and neck in the last few rounds. Our Brawny players up to 80 kills at round 23. It's because there's 2 Brawny players.
I don't think we've watched any of either of the Brawny players. We're just too busy watching Shame rolling down for his Warlock to give them any chance. But 80 kills for Kenny. Not a lot. Kind of a low number. He's playing Mirana with a Cadence build. I might move the Cadence build now, maybe to the Disruptor.
I might have put it on the
Mirana.
Viper, personally.
I think Viper, like 2-star Viper or 2-star Mirana, they do enough auto damage, but like it might be okay on the Disruptor because Disruptor doesn't do a lot of auto damage and it helps to gain mana faster with the Cadence on it.
57 damage on Disruptor, yeah.
It's interesting why they chose to pick Cadence in this lobby.
Well, Kenny up against medium base. Wait, are we on Kenny? Yeah, we're on Kenny. That's what we're talking about. Don't quite think he's going to quite get out of this one. The Spirit Bears and Weavers are just too much. So Kenny's going to be dangerous.
Deal 10 damage. I'm gonna go jump over to Ammo Power. So that 9, it's not gonna be lethal. He's gonna take 7. It goes down to 2. Yeah, he's already rolled down, so he's out of gold. I don't know how you get out of it. Cadence Blade, Vladimir. Probably gonna be Vlads. Yeah, easy Vlads. You plop it on to that Necrophos.
Come on, Orbitix.
Love it.
Orbitix didn't take the... didn't take Radiance and didn't put it on Axe. Man.
What did he take? He took a refresher or Vlads?
He took a refresher. He's putting on his 1-star lone druid.
A lot of makes sense.
1-star lone druid.
He could roll down and find the lone druid.
No. I'm salty. Yeah.
He could take a couple more rolls. Orbitix. Hello? Roll? I guess he doesn't want to sell the Dusa even if he hits the lone druid.
I guess we're just watching.
I guess like he's at 22, right? He's not desperate. I'm gonna move over to Ammo Power. Who might go out this round?
Man, those 3-star druids.
I don't think they have a really strong board. Ammo Power. I'm surprised they're doing so bad. I guess that the 1-star Mirana, 1-star Necro, 1-star Tide is kind of hurting them.
Ooh, Lustriel just takes a huge chunk out of base. 15. Screw your 3-star Weaver. Actually, it probably got enthralled.
2 refresher is so good. Oh, the slow is good. If you have like 6 mages, it actually does a lot of damage as well.
Well, the AMA power, who you said didn't have a strong board, beats Kenny. Will survive. Kenny's down to 7. Lustriel doesn't even have enthrall, so that was just pure damage up against that Weaver, which is really good. Orbitix has the 2-star Axe. That's kind of what I was like. Come on, man, put the Radiance on that 2-star Axe, and he didn't.
Star Axe with
Stonehall
cloak now. So the cloak, yeah, he's gonna get an extra. What's that? It's like 1,000.
Not enough. Not enough for me to care. I'm back here with AMA power and Orbitix, so it doesn't matter. We're watching them anyways.
I mean, he gets 15 armor on that 1,000 extra HP, so he does get a lot of value from that cloak.
Axe what, 9,000?
Is Axe gonna dunk? I don't understand why Axe sometimes doesn't dunk. Oh, Axe got enthralled.
Because Axe only dunks the target that he's looking at. He doesn't actively look for targets that are not his target.
I kind of feel like sometimes he's looking at a target, and then even though that target at 25 HP, he's not dunking. Or maybe
that was an Axe battle.
Kenny goes down in 6th place. Orbitix goes down in 5th place with his Savage Summoner build. Four druid build.
Lustriel chiming in saying that Bombjin still feels really strong with Heartless Hunters. I mean,
I agreed.
I
tried AOA. I tried the new AOA with 4 Heartless. I was talking to 4-Court Jester earlier about it too, and I thought like maybe the new AOA might be better with 4 Heartless, but it still underperforms compared to Friendly Fire.
And even though Friendly Fire sort of got nerfed, sort of got buffed, it'll do less up front, but I think it'll probably even out in the long term. But the targets have to live that long. Hobgin has to live that long. Ooh, that Razor did not live that long. Man, this is just Heartless Hunters and Vigilance and stuff. AMA power is murdering.
Belt was really, really good for
Is that gonna be enough?
Costello.
Oh my god, that the Coddle shot sideways.
Costello should take it.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
The Coddle shot sideways.
Out at 4th.
Feels bad.
Emma stuck in there at 2 HP for a while. Was able to scam 2 placements. Manages a 4th place. Not bad.
Feels weird. Feels good. Yeah.
Lustriel, by the way, I don't think he's lost a single match. He's been at 58 for such a long time.
He's streaking at I think 4 or 5 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe 4. Prostolo at 4 health.
3-star Weaver.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm looking at medium base 3-star Weaver with Pike 50 kills and then Troll Warlord, Mascot Man, Moonshard rather.
Oh, I thought Lustriel was gonna take on both. I don't think base can actually die this round, but Prostolo has to defend against the clone here. And woo, okay, the 3-star Weaver got hit by the Tide ults, and well, counter Tide ult with some counter hewing, just trying to balance things out, but there's a lot more red than green out there, so I think that's going to be it for Prostolo right now. He will go out in 4th. I'm pretty sure he has guaranteed himself a spot in the top 32. There we go. That's how you say it. So I don't think he's going to be too upset about this. In other news, Lustriel beats medium base. So, yeah, 3-star Weaver, fully stacked Pike is cool and all, but come on, Radiance me, dude. Radiance me.
You really love the
I love Radiance. Oh, he took Horn of the Alpha for some strange reason.
because it gives you a front line. That's fine.
If you were a summoner, I would have understood. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Lustriel he said this a while back, but he's basically all online. 2 stars on everything, including the Voids. You got a 2-star Faceless in there. The Horn is on the Void Spirit, on top of not quite a fully stacked Pike for the Drow Ranger. But man, Refresher 2-star Lich, fueling your 4 Heartless. Feels bloody good.
It also helps like you don't have a lot of frontline. We have Tombstone and Pudge, but the Refresher Lich, the slow really helps you kind of sustain in a long battle. It just buys you enough time for your hunters to do damage and get kills. I love it.
Bounces so hard. That Lich damage shit. For a Heartless Hunters, Lich is top damage. That's it. That is exactly what Lustriel needed. Well done. Well played.
AoE, I missed this message from Lustriel 3 minutes ago. AoE feels weaker than compared to LGC. Yeah, I think I prefer Enthrall with my Heartless Hunters, and followed by LGC and then Bombjin. But yeah, GG's. There we have it. Top 4. Heartless Hunters dominating, by the way. Pointing it out.
Yeah. You can't, it's so hard to predict things these days. When there's no meta and everything is meta, any comp can be not top. Any comp could be top. Okay, while Group A is over, Group B is still on round 28. So we're going to head on over there to see what all the fuss is about. And who do we got over here? Nirvana and Penka dueling it out at round 29 as they pick up some items. Looks like a Cadence Blade for Penka, who is Mage Spirit Void. We talked a little bit about this earlier today. Nirvana on the other side is LC Rainbow with a 3-star Warlock, a 3-star Bat with Wristful, a bunch of demons, and a 3-star Legion Commander. What do you think of that, Mute Boy?
Oh god, the 3-star Warlock strat is real, dude. 3-star Battery is too. Oh my god.
I want to see the Legion Commander damage.
What the fuck?
Show me this Legion Commander damage. 1900
Legion...
bloody damage!
The Legion is just melting units. It's just one-shotting everything in its path. It reminds me of old Legion, when she used to be absolutely broken. Oh, it's not even close.
It's not even close. Penka just sweeps. Come on. 3 bloody 3-stars, including a bat. Including a bat with Wristful. This is the new meta, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's going for Warlocks now.
God, I'm gonna try this build tomorrow, and I'm gonna lose a lot of MMR to it, dude.
3-star Warlock with an armlet. What?
Yeah. Then the idea is that you gains mana faster with the armlet, and then it's like very tanky, so you can afford it to take damage. It's gonna heal itself also.
Ridiculous. The sticky napalm here as well. Adds at 3 stars, set them on fire. It's ridiculous.
What a gamer, dude.
What a gamer, God. Yeah. Whew.
Is this do you think this is the ultimate or the peak 3-star Warlock comp?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. I mean, it makes sense. I see a CK, and then the Abaddon and Shadow Demon. So you get Heartless. You get 4 Knights. You get some more tankiness. You get Shadow Fiend. So you get Warlocks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It kind of fits in together really, really neatly. And you also get Trolls with the Dazzle. I guess you can run Dazzle, or you can run Witch Doctor. I might prefer Witch Doctor because Witch Doctor's stun ability is much stronger than Dazzle's.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of Witch Doctors today, but
Yeah.
I mean, once you have the demons online, you just keep adding demons for pure damage. 1900
shoot.
pure damage on an LC might be the highest I've ever seen it. That is insane.
Set DPS.
I mean, most
339.
most of the squishies in the game don't even have 2,000 health at 3 stars, let alone 2 stars. Yeah, just melts people. Okay, scores are up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our top earners this week. They are Lustrial, sneaking in with a placements of 2, 4, 1, 1. Well done, my dude. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Medium base snuck into second with Momo taking third. Kenny was first for the longest time. But Lustrial, medium base, Momo, Nirvana, Prostulo, AMA, Goat, Penka, and then all the way down at 9th, Kenny. Kenny went from double first places to 5th and 6th. Something about consistency, blah, blah, blah. Definitely a little hurtful by the end of it all, but those are our top earners this week. Looks like Takumatsu actually must have had a very bad game because I don't even see him in the top 23. And this means that we have also now calculated all of our points for this league. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not what that was supposed to do. Let me fix this quick. We have our top 32 for the Grand Finals next weekend, Sticks. If you recall, who do you think was in first place and who do you think is now also in first place? You remember?
After all the points are ending?
Yeah.
Or remember Cav G was up there? Shifu was up there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember seeing Lustrial Momo?
Well, there was another player. We
yeah.
didn't see them in Group A, but they did end up 20th on stream here today. K has beat
K was
out
up there, right? Too.
Taf G and Shifu to get first place for the #1 seed in our grand finals next weekend.
Damn.
So,
Nice.
K, Taf G, Shifu, Momo, Prostalol, Shame, I think really increased his standing this round. Beats out Immortal, JSM, and Showtime. Digi up to 11 as well. And that beats us with Stand-In, Alone in the Dark. Goat earns a place at rank 14, and it just goes all the way down. Taku misses the cutoff. Rank 35. Sad time.
Luna makes it in.
Yeah,
number
not even
23.
showing up. Lefenia's still here.
She was so ahead on points that she didn't even show up.
Lefenia's at
Taku misses out.
23.
Beck misses out and barely.
Kanaz and Penka all both raised their rounds. Nirvana, rank 26.
Tylee TV also misses out on number 38. I don't think he was playing today.
Who needs 4 weeks? Lustrial says. I'll just sneak in and beat out medium base at 31 and 32.
Hey, that's efficiency, right? I love it.
Efficiency, yeah. Just why play 4 weeks if I could just do great in 1 week? Yeah. Good times, guys. Good times. So that means our top 32 will be joining us next weekend, minus anybody that steps out, to which, of course, then we'll extend down the line. But the grand finals, top 32 next weekend, 4 rounds, and all the cash is going to be the prize for next weekend. So great stuff. Now that we're having, again, you and your webcam. Now that we're having, again, these like more constant updates, these Friday updates, I'm really curious to see what the 3-star bonanza will be next weekend when there's money on the line. Hey there, Mute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to what other 3-stars they're gonna buff and what are the changes they're gonna make. The changes they did make did actually show off. I mean, people argued about the updates before that, it didn't have any impact on the 3-stars. Don't have any impact on standard, but we saw 3-star Warlock dominating a couple of lobbies there, right? That's some exciting stuff. I love it, dude.
This is a big moment in Underlords history, because now that we have these build-defining units to go for, especially gray units, like the tier 1 units, right? The trash units, most people. If you can get them early enough, you can build comps around them. And we'll see how broadly it will affect everything. But today has been an absolute blast. And Styx, I know that you got up at the crack of dawn for all this, or whatever ungodly o'clock it is over there. But we do thank you for your efforts and your hair. And it was it was a good time. It was a good time, man. I believe
glad to be on here.
You're doing something a little later.
Yeah, so in about 30 minutes from now, a little over 30 minutes, we're doing the late night brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Back on my channel. So yeah, PogChamp, if you registered for that, I think registration has ended for that, but check-in is on. So if you registered for that, I'll be casting your games. And this week around, I have Luis the Junior, prominent part of the community.
Sweet. Yeah. You do these rotating caster couch things. It's a good time. I joined you last week. It was certainly a hell of a long day.
Yeah, I had you last week. That was a blast.
Definitely not missing you tonight.
Four-core gesture.
God.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a long day. But TTV / Foreign Sticks, guys, you can go join him there in about half hour or so. He is part of our sponsored packages here with Link's Back Alley Brawl, and we also got Tetsudo Ursa and Cosmic Esports. Of course, couldn't do that without them. I've been Four-Core Jester, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'm FCJ right now on Steam. I don't know if you can find me on that, but whatever. Yeah, there it is. It's been a blast. Thanks again, Styx. Go get ready for your own stuff. I'm going to grab some dinner, and I believe we're going to go say, hey, konnichiwa to Takumatsu. So thanks for joining us, guys. It's been fun. Next weekend, grand finals. It's going to be a good time. Hope to see you there, and whatever wackiness our developers are going to throw us. So take care.